Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something like it was nothing. Ooh, some magic, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. Easy. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. You make it easy. You make it easy. You make it easy.
WIIFTBPM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to Senate. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Good afternoon, Chicago. Good afternoon, world. Do I sound crazy? You can't. What's the matter, man? You making that face? Riis, you can't be doing that. If it sound crazy, then you gotta say it sound crazy. But this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. I don't got a collar on today, so I'm talking underneath my chin. So that could be what's going on. That voice you hear in the background, giggling, sniggling. It's old Ruthie Mo tried to show up today.
Listen,
hey,
I couldn't let the week go by without popping up.
That's them spoiled kids, right?
No, that's them.
Like,
no.
Don't get my shine. Don't get my shine and take my shine without me getting sun. They gonna think somebody, cause I was actually looking to hire. See, is that it? That's it. It's better right there.
See, you can hear. You know, I can't even click my pen without it being heard.
Right. Okay. And see what we got. All right, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler in the building. Also, Miss Ruthie Moore. We ain't seen Ruthie all damn week. She want to come on. She want to come to work on a Friday. She said, "Y'all trying to."
You said it was a hybrid schedule. You said this was a hybrid schedule. You said I ain't gonna be like the major corporations, just make people come all the way back in. I'll let you do a hybrid, and I thought that was a nice compromise.
But you didn't. We got to talk about what the plan is.
Hybrid mean hybrid.
Hybrid. But you can't hybrid without telling me what. How you gonna make up your own schedule and then be like,
it's hybrid.
I'm coming in on Fridays.
Okay, so ain't the point of a schedule for it to be flexible? Like it can't be like always the same. Like what you mean? It can't always be the same. A hybrid day, you gotta.
Okay, so what's changing? Can you hear that? Can you hear me now? What does it sound like? What's my sound check? Sound check 1 2 1 2. I feel like I'm in a place where, because I don't have a collar on.
So I'm screaming. Let me tell you talk
right,
softer.
so now I think if you're talking to the mic like this, it should sound much better. It sounds much better in my earphones now. Ruthie is screaming and May sounds far away. Man, see? Riis didn't say, see, here we go again. No pre-show sound check. Add a new mix. Add something new to the mix. You're in a tin can, right? Ain't changed nothing. Oh, Lord. What? So, all right, well, look. We're going to try and get this thing going. Did you take off the filters or something? Put the filters back on, man. Put it back the way. See how people, this is how they be changing it. Ruthie. Changing stuff up on the day. How you going to change up the show on the day of the show? No rehearsal. Brothers be like, I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. No. It's not bad at all. Okay, so, dang, they cursing you out, man. I just don't think Ruthie got your memo about the softer tones. Oh.
I have to practice.
Or Riis could just take our volume down. That's fine. All right, well, we're going to try and get it together. Y'all bear with us. So let us know. Give us a thumbs up. Can you hear us? How I sound? Am I back in the game? I done threw off my little uniform. See, this is what you get for trying to dress up fancy, too. I said it's going to be Friday, so I was going to wear my drinking clothes. I said I was going to be like on the beach. All right. So look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm in the building today. It's Friday. It is Friday, May 20th, which means last week was Ruthie. Friday the 13th.
Oh, wow.
So we missed that one. Oh, but you wasn't here no way. Anyway, how you doing today, Ruthie? How you been?
And you don't even believe in that stuff.
I don't believe in none of that stuff. I just used to remember it was the movie. It was the show.
Yeah.
Now, Riis done changed up the whole sound setup. He done went in and he got the Kendrick Lamar and then changed up.
He was feeling it.
I was feeling it too. Then they started about to curse each other out, and I was like, all right, we got to turn it off. But anyway, it is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Ruthie Moore, how you feeling today?
Pretty good. I'm so glad that it's Friday. I cannot wait for the weekend.
What you doing this weekend? You getting ready to get your kick it off?
No, I got some. I'm going to plant some plants.
Oh, Lord, you been hanging out.
I'm going to plant some
plants.
Some perennials. So I'm on a perennial kick. I'm trying to find like nice, easy perennials. So I've been Googling.
What's a perennial?
It just come back. But I need perennials that I don't got to do nothing to. I ain't trying to pull no weeds.
What's a tulip? Is that a perennial?
Yes, I believe it is.
Oh,
It come back. But those are really pretty, but I need something probably less maintenance because you got to like get the weeds up out of them. I need something that can thrive when the grass come up in it.
Man, I don't know.
It's a lot of work. I just never really knew all of this went into yard stuff.
Okay, well, so your dad didn't make you cut the grass when you was a kid, but you shouldn't.
Yeah, I used to do it for fun. That type of stuff was fun.
Well, I think it was fun. Now you tell.
Yes.
And then they made you do it.
I never got made to do it, so it was always fun.
Did you have a riding mower?
My grandparents did, so I used to love cutting that grass.
I thought you was driving for real.
You was, but then you little did you know you was really doing work.
That's what you gotta do. Whistle while you work.
That's not the song that I think of.
What song did you think of?
I can't even say it.
I've been working on the
Nope,
railroad.
not that one either. It's more Yin Yang Twins.
Okay. Tennille said join her garden page, her Facebook garden page. It's called Yard Stars Beautification or Bust.
Oh, I like that. Wait, but I don't like the or bust. You might say mine is a bust.
Man.
I got some hostas.
Some who?
It's like a it's a plant. So I'm on a mission to find some colorful hostas. It's not easy. They're like all sold out everywhere. So I'm trying to find some. So I'm gonna have to join your group. I need some hostas. If anybody got some colorful hosta plants, let me come and get a few bulbs.
That's hosta. That sounds like.
Listen, somebody gonna know what I'm talking about. Somebody got some colorful hostas in their yard that I can get a few bulbs.
Okay.
I'm trying to start a new family of hostas.
Oh, okay. I was like, let me know what's going on. What's going on here? All right, let me say this. All right, so that's Ruthie Moore in the building. I was going to say Riis, but he's busy sound checking. So while we waiting on Riis to get his sound check together, Ruthie, how you going to rewire the sound 30 minutes before the show?
You know, I think this is the week of experimentation.
I do. I agree, too.
So this is last day.
That you fired Riis?
No, I'm talking about like for experimentation. Now next week is going to be good.
Oh, I think we did all right this week, too.
Yes.
I think it's a much different tone thus far. See, I'm not yelling at you. I'm not like, damn it, I just read this in the paper. I've had time to calm down. What's the matter, Riis? You all right? I ain't yelling at no damn body no more. I'm just, hey, I'm nice and chill. Had a little time to check it on out. I was trying to have a bartender here today.
Oh my goodness.
Because I believe on Fridays, I've been saying this, I want to have we need a drink. You're going to need a drink for this. Like, I want to have, like, on Friday at the end of the week, a section where you can call in and be like, you got your drinks? You're going to need a drink for this. But look, we have the drink. We do something with somebody like Kim Bark. I hope Kim Bark will hit us up. And we say, okay, Friday, all week, we promote the drink we're going to have. So you go to Kim Bark and you get the ingredients. Mm-hmm. And then
that's good.
We all, at 5 o'clock, get it cracking. Right? Now, we get a bartender. Mm-hmm. That's their drink, and they come and tell us about the drink, and then they make it right here.
And we're good to go. Sound like happy hour. I love happy hour.
See, she heard me talking about that, Riis. That's why she came to work today. How you gonna make your
Wait. Listen. No. Alcohol is not a lure for me. They can't get me shaking.
What if we had infused drink?
I'll be here. See, we sitting together. I'm like, well, we gotta be more still.
Hey, can we switch the mic and get this one?
What you mean you give us this one? Sure. We can switch the mic, man. Riis done around here done mixed up the sound systems and done been around here playing around. Now I got to be around here looking crazy. Cause Riis wanna be a superstar. Now what he done did is he done flipped the sound and added the other set. So you gotta buy two so Riis don't mess up the first one. Now before you do all this,
black
Riis,
people do though.
Hey man, you know I ain't gonna. Now you know I'm gonna be talking about this the whole damn show.
This ain't on the paper.
Right.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. They can. It's low right now, so I actually like this tone of you yelling right now, because it can't.
Yeah, I'm trying to practice my inside voice. Not the mic just brings it out of me. I feel like I just want to belt one out every time I hit a mic. All right, so Ruthie, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. That was my girl Ruthie Moore. How you gonna come in on the last day of work?
It's a hybrid schedule.
So what day do you get the work done on? Like what day? How you come in?
When
Turn it all in on Friday. That's what she doing. She coming in on Friday.
Well, we don't really want to be working. She want to come today.
Ruthie,
hey, what y'all doing?
Ruthie, where your doctors know that? I know you brought a doctor's note.
Already. Come on, you already know me.
See how you may not have
I
black
didn't know
people.
what boss man be needing.
Remember, you used to have to write you a letter, get it signed by all your teachers.
I don't even talk about it. But that was too. I was like, for real.
Sign all your teachers like, can you sign this? I want to hear you.
Listen.
Do you remember when did your teachers ever pen a note to you?
Yes.
Yeah, as a kid.
Fold it up on the back of your.
They put it on the back. Mm-hmm. My thing is, how they put a note and talk about you in the note and you wore it home? Be like, put this note on you.
Before we was old enough to know.
Your mic ain't on, Mike. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. You're not on.
Oh, you know when they screaming like, mommy. But hey, listen, man. So now I used to start reading my letters. I started reading like, you gotta be crazy. DJ was, ain't no letter come home. Ain't no letter come. I make it home to the. Hit that voicemail delete too. Ooh, yeah.
Oh man, I used to be scared
I
to
was-
mess. We had answering machines.
Right. Hit the answer machine delete.
Man, but you mess up on the answering machine, and if the message was in between, you couldn't delete one from.
That's
in
true.
between.
Good
Like
point.
if you had calls before, you couldn't do it, and the answering machine knew if you played it back. In our house,
I
the
delete.
answering machine.
Delete it all.
I called you.
Be like, you get a message.
Ain't
Everybody
no
get
tape.
message.
Little mini tapes. Ain't no tape.
Ain't no tape, no paper, no evidence.
Delete it all.
All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Now, you heard him in the background. He's been talking. He's been trying to get the sound together. It is our man, DJ Riis. DJ Riis, how you feeling today?
Man, blessed by the best. You already know the rest is Friday.
Thank God it's Friday. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that. I like that.
Which part?
I used to know the girl who sang that, besides the lead singer.
What song was you singing?
You didn't know Thank God It's Friday?
I don't think I know that one.
By Ara?
Mm-mm.
Man, that's one of my, well, it used to be one of my favorite songs. Wait, the girl sang, and she was like, thank God it's Friday.
Mm-mm. I don't know that. What's that? 80s electronic?
No,
Wow, 80s.
you know what? How you gonna come in here on your off day dissing? Like, how she come in here just dissing mugs?
What you talking about? That wasn't no diss. I know you listen to 80s electronic. What you talking about?
Y'all
You
think that's-
eclectic. You eclectic.
That's really deep.
Y'all trying, then you want to use some words. Thank you, Alvin. Not that it would be said on the show. All right, y'all. It is the Maze Jackson Show, so I got Ruthie in the building. We got Riis in the building. And myself. So we're going to get this soul plane up to 60,000 feet. Let's get it up. Better way. Ruthie, we moved. They was moving Riis stuff around. You see, you ain't even been in the new office. You ain't. Did you look out the window? Like, I was thinking I was looking for you. I thought you might be paddle boating down the Chicago River. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man. I was thinking, Ruthie, we got the. When we moved, Riis got confused. He came in the
Where you
office
go?
and he was like, boss, what kind of. Ruthie, you know we on the 68th floor, right?
We up real high.
Real, like, high. Like, look down out there, man.
I can see inside of people's places.
I see.
I'm gonna get some binoculars.
Ooh. Now let me ask a question. Have y'all ever done that?
What?
Binoculars.
Use binoculars to look through people's windows?
No.
Oh.
You said that like you have.
Right. Like, who hasn't? You know, you say that like, who hasn't? Who hasn't, really? What do you
Who doesn't do that?
But-
Why else would you need binoculars?
But I have, though, because my cousin, she lived in, I forgot, the little circle buildings by the
Marina
House of
Tower?
Blues. Yeah, so she stayed on, like, the one, like, top floor, so she had, like binoculars. So, you know, as kids, we would look, you know, just, like, look through people.
People who live up that high do not have curtains. And I'm like, why don't y'all have curtains? I don't
They so
understand.
high.
But so is everybody else around there with the binoculars.
Do you think people really be binocular?
Yes.
All right, let me tell you what.
What do you
If I'm
mean?
78 floors away,
You gonna have curtains?
I'm going to be like, get your show. I'm like, you're looking, let me perform. I take that all back. I take it all back. All right, y'all. We are 60,000 feet in the air. I did not get my coffee.
You be drinking coffee this late?
Yes. Ruthie, you sound like somebody.
It's so late.
Ruthie, I got all day to go. I got all day and all night to go. To talk about some, you be drinking coffee this late? You sound like me.
Ruthie, I said the same thing. He's like, you want something from Dunkin' Donuts? What you going there for? A coffee is? We're trying to be at 6 o'clock.
Iced coffee. Iced
Nah,
coffee.
I
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
I need coffee
You
in
do
the
like
morning
ice.
time only. At the afternoon, I can't even drink coffee.
Oh,
I
if
don't
I'm up, I'm kicking it. I could drink coffee. Like, I could go to the bar
Mm-hmm.
and have coffee.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave
Like
you there.
a.
Like a bar.
I'm gonna leave you with
Oh,
the
wow.
tab.
Like
I'ma
with
leave you-
alcohol in it?
I'm gonna leave you
Without?
with the tab. Right.
What you gonna say?
Leave him with the tab. He buying coffee. He ain't
Right.
coming.
No, I'm not buying coffee. I should get the love.
That's real.
All right. Let me see. Let's get to some of these headlines because I don't think we did any of those, Ruthie.
Hey, can we switch and then get the headlines just so it can be a better quality?
What?
You know, this is the Maze Jackson show. I'm just asking Maze Jackson.
How about that? I'm with you on that. So let's take a quick break, and we'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Maze Jackson, host of the Maze Jackson Show. You hear me every single day ask the question, what's in it for the black people? Well, finally, y'all, we've got an answer, and it's called the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth, Unit 17E. That's in the mall at the 55th and the Dan Ryan. And you join us every Saturday where we are taking our politics black. We'll teach you everything you need to know about the game, from how to collect a petition, to how to knock on a door, to even how to become the next mayor of the city of Chicago. That's right, y'all. It is the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth in the mall at 55th and the Dan Ryan. And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Maze said. This is a black people thing you wouldn't even understand.
Maze Jackson.
Steve Stanton.
I've never been lucky at love, no never. I've never been good at holding on. A heart broken so many pieces, but I'll just keep on moving on because I'll never give up on love, no never, no never, and I'll never give up on trust.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson. You got me? You forget me, you forgot me. All right, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. You got me? Am I better? Can you hear me? Nah, my crispy, you broke me up again, Riis. Tennille tearing you up in the comments. She getting everybody amped up. They about to be on the Riis show. I wonder, is it me though? Is it? Do you think? Does it sound better when I'm holding it like this? I really wondering if it's the shirt positioning. You know what I'm saying? Like I came up in here with no. What if I clipped it to my beard? Like, I'm gonna be like,
That'd be dope.
that'd be ridiculously crazy. All right, Stephanie says she hears everybody just fine. So Riis, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and hide it.
But I think it is because I'm listening to it now. It kind of is.
What? It kind of is what? It kind of is what? All right, y'all. So I'm gonna rock with this. And if you can hear me, then let me know. But I'm gonna keep on going. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Ruthie, in the headlines, did you see 10 people shot? 10 people shot, 2 dead at the Rock and Roll McDonald's. Hey, Joe. Killed at the Rock and Roll McDonald's on a Thursday night and people getting whacked?
They about to get a McDonald's curfew?
Well, everybody getting a curfew now. All y'all getting a curfew now. Everybody can get it. So I want to know, though, talk to me about that. 10 people shot at McDonald's. Now, let me ask a question, because I know y'all was some ruffians at one point. Trouble there? That Rock and Roll McDonald's used to be R. Kelly's hangout. It is. Riis, you laughing. It did used to be your boy R's.
That's a good way to make it sound good.
And then, was it a trouble spot or no?
I mean, it's a hangout spot, definitely.
It's definitely not a spot I'm gonna take my kids. Says R. Kelly hangout spot.
But I am wondering,
I think it's a tourist attraction.
why? So I think it's a local tourist attraction.
No, actually, I was actually on a game earlier, and somebody that lived in Texas was like, "Don't you guys have that rock and roll?" So yeah, like people actually know that we got it, and I was like, "It's just a McDonald's."
I went there on a field trip. I think that's where they take groups of young people on field trips. So that is pretty disturbing that they had the shooting.
So, but at 10, what was it, like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night?
Something like that.
Man, Joe, we got to talk about this. This is kind of crazy. 10 people shot. Like, downtown is almost dead to me. Like Ruthie, can you imagine coming out of the cut? And like, what's the reason to go down there? I'm having dinner at 5 o'clock.
They said it wasn't the rock and roll one.
It was outside of the rock and roll.
Oh, okay.
But I'm telling you just like this, man. It was the other one on Chicago. Oh, Chicago and State.
Now
that make a lot of sense. That make a lot more sense. Okay, I take it back. But Chicago and State, that bad boy is kind of crazy. So, what time is the regular people's curfew for downtown?
It ain't safe at no time. You got to be looking around.
Downtown? Man, I remember when
that's
downtown.
where you got to look around at downtown. You know, those people go downtown to hit licks sometimes.
I thought people went downtown to be safe.
Yes, but some people also go there to hit licks.
Sweet lick.
Ain't you gonna go where the people with the money and the stuff got? You commit an armed robbery on the south side, you already got that same stuff. But you go downtown, you gonna get the new. Like, I'm serious. Like, if you gonna go to try to, like, if you finna go hunting, ain't you finna go what a easy prey is? Like,
that's facts. That's what you.
That's why.
Yeah.
And then think about this, like, that's why they really gentrifying over there by the University of Chicago, because them people was getting robbed every 5 and 6 seconds for them iPhones, backpacks, laptops.
I'm still trying to understand the iPhone theftery.
It's a whole market. It's a whole ring. The same with the catalytic converters. So
now they make you give up the password, though.
Well, because they're kind of cracking down on corner stores that be unlocking them.
So the corner store can unlock your black phone?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it's a low pro. Oh yeah.
We buy phones. What you mean? We fix phones. What you mean?
Oh yeah. Ain't that? Well,
you break it, we fix it. Okay, I broke my phone. I can't unlock it. Can
or
you
some
unlock
people,
it?
or some people may take like if my screen broke or it's something wrong with it. Now I can take it to the shop and tell them to fix my phone with your phone pieces, and they only charge me $50. So now I got a whole everything brand new on my phone just off your phone. And then they also keep it for other pieces. So in case somebody missing a button.
It's a parts market.
Like if they can't, like they'll tell you, hey man, I can't unlock it, but I'll buy it from you for like $70, And then like what somebody will do is they button to come off, and then they'll fix the button on it, and they'll take money and they'll make money off the broken iPhone because they can't. Like I think Sprint or something, you can't get turned on at one point. Something like that. But if your phone had like a chip or something up in there, like a little SIM card, oh yeah, man, they was cracking them. And then they'd take it off T-Mobile, and then they'd put it on Boost Mobile, like a
because it's an unlocked phone.
It's an unlocked phone now.
Any carrier.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure.
And really, in foreign countries, is really where that type of stuff really thrive. Like.
But I'm just saying. So my password don't count.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm just glad they ain't cutting off fingers to unlock the fingerprint later.
Stop. I seen that on TV before. I seen that on something. They gave him the finger with the phone. Ruthie, Jesus, Lord have mercy. Don't let the carjacker start doing that. Like, give me your finger.
Oh.
No.
I'll give you the passcode. You can have it.
No, I want your finger. Which finger you giving up? Oh, which one you gotta give? Man, I'm about to.
I'm keeping my thumb because I feel like that's functional.
But that's what you can't keep it because that's what they need. Oh, that sounds way better.
You can take a pinky.
Okay.
But you ain't getting my pointer because I need that to.
But that's the finger that open your phone.
I'm gonna change it to my life. Let me just change it real
I
quick.
think I might change my finger that open my phone.
Like, let me just do the pinky.
All right. Maze Jackson. All right. So how about this one? City Council curfew vote is coming up. Did they vote to get the curfew done?
I believe it is.
I believe they now have a curfew. What time is it? We're going to have to find that out, Ruthie. They going to be, you still get stopped for curfew?
Sometimes.
Would they be like, where you going, little girl?
No, I'm just playing. I really don't.
Oh.
Because really, who enforcing it? I ain't never seen no.
You think the police going to enforce it now downtown?
I don't think the police got time to enforce no curfew.
Downtown?
In that whole curfew was just going to be really used as a, think about what enforcing curfew going to entail. Like, that's going to, it's just a way to be able to stop and question people about their whereabouts. And I understand that unaccompanied minors do need to be attended, but what do those confrontations look like? Is obviously, I guess they saying it's worth it, but I feel like it's old. You're going to be stopping the old people. Older people are the ones creating the havoc too. I don't think it's just the unaccompanied minors. Like, I think that's a fallacy. I think it's people that's of age to be there.
Right.
Like it
That's the ones who got the cars
That's what I'm saying,
who
like-
can get away.
But think about this though, Maze. Now, if I have the ability to enforce curfew, now even if I know you look 34, I can still stop you and say, "Can I see your ID?" Because
No,
I
you
need to
can't.
I need to verify your age.
You gotta verify my age?
Why not? Why wouldn't I?
Cause I look 50.
Why? How? Why? I mean, like, what's stopping me from wanting to stop you to verify your age? Because I gotta enforce a curfew.
So is it a downtown curfew?
Show me
like
your papers.
nobody?
Show me your papers. You look suspicious. You ain't supposed to be here. I'm doing curfew enforcement. Let me see your papers.
You saw how they did old girl when she was walking her dog on the beach.
Straight up. Hawked her down.
But I'm just asking you though, what you gonna do? Because we're gonna talk about this in a little bit too. But did you see the story about the 13-year-old carjacker who was shot unarmed?
Yep. That's what enforcing curfew look like sometimes.
You feel bad? I want to talk about that a little bit later. I do. So, I don't know. I have some interesting thoughts on this. We're going to talk about that as well. Did you see? Okay, I just want to bring this up, Ruthie. Did you know that there were nooses found in Evanston and Skokie last week?
I saw that.
On last Friday, ironically.
Mm-hmm.
The day before. Now, this is in Skokie, Illinois. Democratic bastion. Quite frankly, why is nobody talking about that?
Well, because I think that comes at a time when there is so much rawness related to the mass shooting that just happened with the black people. And so if you correlate those two things together, then it creates a picture that, something ain't right here. And so I think it's best to probably not talk about that right now. Under the guise of healing.
They was trying to rip scabs off.
Healing. That's how they get us.
Ruthie, I said I don't want to see nobody black talking about some we forgive for the Buffalo black shooting.
Yep.
I'm tired of seeing photo ops by the graves. And I don't want no white folks taking photo opportunities of black death and then turning it into a political opportunity. Like, I really don't want to see Joe Biden standing with the black family. Go stand with the people. Go get the people. We still waiting on you to fix Jacob Blake when you was campaigning. We still waiting on you to get the George Floyd joint done. Don't take another picture in front of us. I'm not for it. I'm just not. I want a black concealed carry march with no signs and nobody talking. Just a bunch of people. Like, black concealed carry. No guns out, just concealed carry. Like, just marching, walking. Let us get on the damn ride. I'm tired of the crying. I feel like we the crying Michael Jordan meme every time somebody get killed.
Well, I think that's how we've been conditioned, and that's part of our culture when it comes to like the black church. Is we taught to forgive and forgiveness and healing, and that's why that's the whole reason why we be inviting people to the barbecue, because black people we really are very welcoming. Like, I agree. Like,
Right, so we can get our heads knocked in.
We just
See how I'm trying not to holler?
Yeah. We are very welcoming, and it's.
Remember the tailgate?
Yeah, I heard him talking about it. I probably would have gave him a plate too.
I know you would. You would have tried to talk me into it too.
Like, so it's.
And then they would have went home and called us ninjas. Look what we got. We had ninja collards. What they call those?
The regular ones. Ooh, you are so funny.
I'm just saying, the ninja collards. Y'all, I was like, y'all fight. Y'all just. We at the. What's in it for the black people tailgate? And y'all want to feed everybody. We hope that we can be nice enough that one day you will not treat us like ninjas. No, it's not gonna happen. Ruthie?
I would like, and it ain't gotta be, like Alvin said, it ain't gotta be Stop Anti-Black Hate Bill. Like, it ain't gotta be called that, but I do think that black people need protections related to mass shooters.
I'm just asking, who monitors the anti-blackness?
What? We ain't got nobody. We ain't got no organization. We ain't got no fund dedicated to it.
I don't recall hearing anybody in Illinois talk about this.
Because to talk about it and to acknowledge, it's political season, Maze.
Ruthie, are you telling me that nobody...
It's political season.
But I'm saying that's exactly my point. The same week, same day, same time.
You can't politicize this one because ain't nobody going. We're living in a different world, so it's best just to be quiet. That's the political strategy, because what can you say? What can you say? If you are not a black politician, what can you say right now? What can you say that can provide words of comfort and healing? Nothing. So it's best for you just to shut up.
You know, I feel a certain kind of way about this right now.
They ain't gonna say nothing, because ain't nobody trying to hear no statement. I don't want you to go lay down no Riis. Don't remember when they put on the dashiki and the kente cloths? Good Lord. It was at that moment that I knew that my consciousness had shifted. Like, I knew after I heard, when I heard Obama sing Amazing Grace, and it made me angry instead of like, oh, like, and I was saying, what is wrong with you, Ruthie? Like, I thought it was something wrong with me at first. And then, after I saw them kneeling with the dashiki things on, Pelosi and them eyes, it was disgusting to me. I said, what type of Saturday Night Live skit is this? What is going on? So, we ain't crazy. So that's why they ain't saying nothing, Maze, because we are at a point. I'm
saying, like, nobody though? Like,
what they gonna say? We sorry, black people. We know that this country ain't been fair to y'all. Do you know how close black people are? We are closer to reparations than we ever been.
Ruthie, I'm saying, like, you mean in the bluest, most democratic state in the whole, in the place where we defend the rights of everybody to live, and you mean to tell me nobody's gonna say a word about?
We need a bill passed related to mass shootings and black people. Now, what does that look like? Is it going to be funded, allocated to do some type of training related to the something? Do it mean you get to use the money to pay the University of Chicago to launch a study related to the mass shootings and killings of black people? Like, what does it mean? Y'all give money to study all this other stuff. Throw some research dollars at that. How about that? Start there.
Ooh, Ruthie, you around here starting problems.
I'm just saying, like, you know that until they do a study, and then come out with the data, then that's what the politicians gonna use then to formulate the policy. You know how this works. So go ahead, take it through the proper channels. University of Chicago, go ahead. Y'all got permissions from the black delegation to go ahead, throw some money toward funding. Give us some data so we can get some results. Because that's the only way you about to move some policy around these parts.
Ruthie came back. She said, I'm coming to work on Friday. I'm blowing it all up.
It's disgusting. Like, literally, in cold blood, on the internet, like, these copycat repeat crimes, like what we gotta do? Like,
I'm just saying.
And the Asian people let me say this correct, because I know we can't go, I don't want to go too far to the left, but during the height of the pandemic, when there was a lot of anti-Asian sentiment, etc., like, it was like, one spa shooting that happened, a mass shooting in a spa, something like that.
It was a terrible thing, though, Ruthie.
Very, very much so. And they got a bill related to that. So with that bill, I know what comes with bills. Fundings, higher rates of criminality related to the committing the offense. Like, we got to get a hold of this white racism, this white supremacy, because these mass shootings got to stop. Like, white people, I need y'all to get y'all people. That's who they maybe they talking to each other. Let's go that route. Maybe they talking to each other. That's why they ain't talking
to me. I mean,
y'all need to get control of these white boys. So low key, while they looking on YouTube, y'all need to get a hold of these 4chans and they TikToks. Like, it ain't just black kids. Like, come on now.
Ruthie, We must heal the world. Why are you angry black woman, you?
I ain't angry.
Yes, you are, and you're emotional.
That's my thing.
What? Being emotional?
Uh-huh.
Why are you emotional, Ruthie?
Cause I be feeling. I'm tired of feeling.
The pain.
Like it's
Suffering.
hard. It's so hard being black. Like
It's
literally,
so-
like it's hard. It ain't easy.
I can't even tell you. It's okay. I can't even talk about it. Police shot did we talk about the police shooting a 13-year-old unarmed carjacker? We're gonna talk about that.
They sure ain't talking about it. They like, we gotta get our story together on this.
How about this one? How about Wells Fargo and the fake interviews? Did you hear about that? So, okay, first of all, what is the problem with Wells Fargo? I think it is truly a cartel bank.
They been like doing
They
a lot.
don't care. They be like, we do not give no Fs. So, Ruthie, Wells Fargo was having job interviews for jobs that were already filled
to manipulate
to
the
get
quota.
their minority recruiting practices.
Data manipulation.
Yes. Wells Fargo is just bogus. They that's
how many people apply for them jobs like really prepared and stuff. That's a shame. How did they get caught though?
Because the white people at the job was like, wait, are you interviewing for my job? I already got this job.
Gotcha.
They was like, but don't tell nobody. We gonna blow the whistle, but we want to keep our jobs. But tell these Negroes to please stop coming up here talking. Don't call back.
Some of them might have been qualified.
You know all them people be up there. You know if you was trying to apply at Wells Fargo, it's certain jobs black people know not to apply for. if your joint ain't right. You know if you ain't right, don't even go to the bank.
That's real.
That black
That's
people,
true.
it's certain black people will categorize themselves.
You got to say it different. You got to say it's certain jobs you can't apply for because they're gonna blow up your spot.
Right. Oh God. All right.
Some black people won't even let their children like apply to certain programs and stuff because it might blow up their spot. Like, y'all, we got to do better.
All right, here goes another one. Are you recession ready?
No.
Ruthie. Okay. So Nidra sent me a piece of email yesterday. Mm-hmm. Guess what she saw? They said you know how the gas things have the zero thing that could turn into any number and 2 zeros. They're adding a new slot because they think we're gonna go to $10 an hour.
No way.
$10 a gallon. I'm about to get Riis car after. If they go to $10 a gallon, I'm about to be driving Riis car.
But to me, gas prices are higher right now than they were when everybody was talking about gas prices, and I feel like ain't nobody really saying nothing about it. Like nobody talking about it.
Gas right now?
Like it's like $5.70 something in the hood.
$6.35 for me to fill up per gallon.
Whoa.
$6.35.
And then it's $4.99 at Costco.
Right.
So that should tell you everything you need to know right there. $4.99 in Indiana.
Ruthie.
You can type in gas watching.
How much? How much before you change your pattern?
Low key, I thought my number was $5. Cause it is psychologically damning to see that bottom leader thing only go about 1 and you already at 5. I'm serious. It's like it do something to me.
Hey Ruthie, at $10 a gallon, I'm gonna be right here
Until tomorrow. You staying for the week. You bringing it back.
When I come in here Monday, I'm bringing in a suitcase. But I'm going.
Gas gonna be $10 a gallon.
You think I'm going somewhere?
I'm gonna ask though. Are we recession ready?
No.
Like, who can afford $10 a gallon? Do you go to your job and say, I'm just telling you, Riis, don't call me. Don't call me.
I get a bus card at least.
But
I get a bus card at least.
Are we recession ready? No. And let me just formally apologize to all the old people from back in the day that I rolled my eyes at when y'all said, back in my day, stuff ain't cost that much. So I'm so sorry. I get it. I understand. I feel so sorry for the future. Like, I cannot afford these prices. Like, nothing costs $1. Like,
what can you buy for $1?
After the dollar stove tree thing went up to $1.25, I said, this is the end. It's like the Waffle House Index. If anybody has ever heard that, look up the Waffle House Index. And the Waffle House Index it's like the idea associated with that Waffle House never closes, right? Did y'all know that Waffle House never closes? They design their stores so that they never have to close. So if a Waffle House closed, you know, like we in a real bad state. So during some parts of the pandemic, it was some Waffle Houses closing, y'all.
I mean, it had to. A lot of restaurants closed, Ruthie. People wasn't going outside. So it's a restaurant that's designed to be open 24 hours a day. Then people supposed to come through 24 hours a day. So it's a certain amount of money that they have to really make. So when you look at, it's a lot of them. It was a lot of them. The ones that closed, I guarantee you, was probably borderline open. Okay, you know, it probably, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people didn't probably come to these. I am so sorry that, you know, folks lost their job, but in the pandemic, a lot of places did close because they're expecting to make a certain number of revenue. When you don't make that revenue, it's kind of like, do I just keep taking this L or do I cut the losses? So they had to, you know, they had to close it's designed to have a big old bright light on 24 hours a day, and nobody is coming outside. So I can only leave the ones that's, you know, getting people in open.
The truckers had the ones where the truckers.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, I think though the Waffle House Index. I don't know. I have never looked up the Waffle House Index, but I could see what you're saying. I think in real time though, what I would be thinking about is how much does bacon cost at Waffle House? Because if bacon at the Waffle House goes to $2 from $1, like Waffle House has consistent pricing. So I would look at it and be like, "Dag, did my syrup go up?"
What is something that, aside from gas, that y'all notice like a price increase in because it's something that y'all consume like a lot?
Chicken.
Straight up.
Man.
Ooh,
Yes.
chicken.
Six
my
wings
goodness.
cost $60 now. I'm about to go find Ronald
Then
McDonald.
think about, you know, chicken when the thighs. When they started trying to push when they try to push thighs on you now instead of wings.
Yeah.
Man, if you don't get your thigh heaven,
It's like
I would
chicken
not
wings
eat a
are
thigh
expensive.
for my life.
Really? What about like grilled? No, you ain't going.
I'm not touching nobody's chicken thigh. Not at all. And you know what I hated the worst?
Not that all.
Not at all. Not at all. You know what I used to hate? When we have a barbecue and somebody bring pinwheels.
What's that?
The leg and the thigh.
Oh.
Together.
I'd be like, dog,
Together.
that's what you brought?
Together.
That's what you brought to the...
But that's like that can feed a lot of people. What you want to bring?
So wings,
breast.
you heard him. He wanted a
Breast,
million
wings.
wings and breasts. That's all he wanted. He's a white meat guy.
I am.
What about
but,
tenderloins?
Yeah, but everybody ain't getting them. That's on my grill. You be like, I got a spot on every time I have a barbecue. I be like, this is my part right here. People be like, I be like, nah, I brought me something. Because I usually come to the barbecue and usually somebody ain't got what I want.
That's real.
So instead of me being a complainer
You just
and
bring
being
your
like,
own.
because if you going to have pinwheels, I'm not. So I'm going to bring me some marinated seasoned chicken breasts. I'm going to say, just make me a little corn over here.
Put me some corn on the side.
Corn on the side. All right, let me see what else we got. Check this out. How much you think they spent on anti-violence in Chicago last year? Give me a number.
200 million.
2 million. Oh, 200 million. Whoa, that's a lot of money. And we ain't seen the
Riis
200
really
million.
blew. I do think it's kind of crazy that they spent $167 million
Ooh.
On what? To prevent
on violence
crime?
prevention, and we are where we are.
They could give me that.
It's almost like the money increased the violence.
Right, man, so my thing,
Oh,
so here's me.
Oh, look at Maze. Do you make more violence to get more money? Let's look how they looking. Do you create more violence to get more money?
Okay, so I spent the most and I got the most. Money well invested for somebody. All right, and did y'all hear that the Great Exodus is a lie? They said that Illinois has not been losing population. As a matter of fact, the census undercounted us by 2%, making us one of the fastest growing states, and we have 250,000 people more than we had in the census.
Oh no, Maze. I gotta look at the data. I feel like the
Ruthie, after you told me about the data.
They're trying to save face.
Well, it's weird.
Because check this out. There's like a push to do a whole recount of the 2020 census. Like a whole push to do a recount for the 2020 census.
But you know
So
what?
that's why
Even
the
if you do a
census-
recount, guess what?
What?
The Supreme Court has already ruled that you cannot enter those results once it's certified. It's done. I know.
Supreme
that.
Court, come on now.
Hey, okay, Ruthie.
Knee slap.
Okay, you're gonna be knee slapping. Let's see in June.
Knee slap.
Let's see how many knee slaps they're gonna be slapping in June when they be like, Ruthie, did you tell me what? Did you tell me what color dress she was getting?
Yep.
Red or blue?
I'll take the red one. You know red my favorite color.
Ruthie, you know what happens in a red dress?
I gotta go to the Wally Wag or what is it? The Galley Wag.
You gotta, Ruthie.
Wait, what I gotta do? Don't I just gotta go do to the little nuclear waste place
No.
or something?
No.
What I gotta be a handmaiden?
In the red, you have to be shipped off to families to have children,
Oh, to the breeding farm thing.
or to just a family, and they practice until they get you.
I hope I get a good family. Make sure you keep a real close eye on me.
Don't
Don't
take
let me
good
cook
care
your
of
food.
What if they took good care of you though, Ruthie?
They make
Listen,
you.
don't let me cook your
I'm
food.
just
Don't
saying, what if they
don't
took?
leave me alone with your pets.
They can't
your
take you
children.
good care of you as a handmaid.
Listen,
Because you gotta, the lady gotta hold you down while the man
yeah, that's part of the religious ceremony.
Right.
Okay, I know that part.
they be like, which part? What? That's the part you watch?
Yeah, but my whole thing. What if the
This
girl-
ain't Reese. This is not a
I
threesome.
just want to know.
Reese is not a. This
I
is
wouldn't
not
want to when a girl
What do you
is
call
willing.
this? This is not cohabitation.
I wouldn't want to
This
have the
is
girl be like, I
once somebody is getting held down, the lady gotta.
Listen,
I'm
What
telling
did
you,
she
and
be
I'm
like?
telling you, when they started talking about this breast milk, when that lady said it is your duty to feed our babies because they are hungry, I was like, ooh.
This is what I've been waiting for anyway. It's about time. I put this. You got another Riis.
Reese, how you try? Reese, I'm trying. Look, man, Reese, Reese.
Friday.
I know it is. And what happened? You know what? We need a drink for Friday. For 5 o'clock, somebody. If nobody brings us a good tequila drink, I'm gonna Uber eat us a drink.
oh, you can do
You
that.
can right. Don't tell. You can eat.
You can Uber eat a drink.
I didn't know that.
Oh, it's good. Oh man, we just had this basil tequila watermelon
Yeah.
shot glass that you can get from
Nah, man.
Hey, bro,
I don't-
these.
Is it like how is it covered? Like how is it protected?
It's like they either already pre-make it and then put it in sealed containers that then you got to pour your ice over, or they'll give you the ice and then you just pour the drink.
I mean,
Oh no, dog! Or
I'll
you
be
get like
mad.
a gallon of margarita. Oh, Joe.
I'll be nervous.
Hey, Joe, I'm telling you now.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Look, because
Bill
if you
Clinton.
go to like, but it's like they come from your favorite restaurants. So like, say if you go to Uncle Julio's, you can
But
get
you
the
know,
drinks.
that'd be dangerous, like, because, like, you know,
They
I'm
make.
just,
See, Reese,
what
look
if
at
somebody
Reese.
drop something in there, like the dude that like delivering, see it's a lady,
Reese.
he drop it in there, next thing you know, she coming in, now he know that she passed out.
Reese will
Do you
never.
see
If I
that?
ever see Reese,
Dang, Reese.
if I ever
Do you
see
see how
Reese
that could come,
in
G?
Uber Eats, I'm not taking a food.
No, but I'm just trying to tell you, like, that would be, like, I wouldn't.
Reese,
I'd
that's
be-
the same thing with Uber Eats though. They
But
could do that to your food.
I never Uber Eats.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I
I'm sorry.
never.
Oh,
I
well,
never
dog,
Uber
don't
Eats.
ruin it for all of us, bro.
I would be kind of nervous. My drink, my alcoholic beverage, I would be like more nervous for like women, like because you can see who you like. Yeah, I dropped that in her drink.
Yeah, but the thing
Next
is-
you know, I just come and kick her door in. She passed out. No,
Even though her husband is there to shoot you dead.
well, we don't know. We don't know. I'm
Take
just
your shit. Well,
nervous.
let me just tell you.
I'm just not.
Let me
And
just-
after you heard the girl on my show that put the pill in the drink, you say you worried about the. I don't
That's
know.
the people you know.
I'm
It's the people
concerned.
you know, not the people you know be the ones for real. But I'm telling you, hey, see, don't nobody. We need a bartender. I want on Fridays to have a bartender. I want this Tennille having drinks, cause I heard she down in the Ola.
On New Orleans.
Yeah,
Go by Fat Tuesdays and send me a video.
not Fat Tuesday.
Send me a video.
Now, okay, let's just be clear. Now, although Fat Tuesdays, if I used to get the little orange one with the Everclear and get the small one, and you drink that small one, bro, by the time you get to the end of Bourbon Street, you nice for hours. Hours. Yeah, but shout out to Auntie Neil, world traveling. I probably told her business.
See, right. See, now the Uber man that just delivered her food, no, she ain't home. You see that? You can't.
All right, y'all. We done.
I done blew everybody cover, but look, when we come back, we are going to get to the, I did not get to the social media question of the day, but I definitely want to get to it. So we'll talk about it when we come back. Look, y'all, and I'm looking for a drink. Somebody found us a drink. Y'all want to bring us a drink for the show? I need a bartender that has a specialty drink made out of tequila. I want to try some of that Disbelief tequila too, man.
Disbelief?
Is that like the black on?
Yeah.
So you want? I'm a funny story. They actually reached out to do a sponsor with me because I know the guy that started, and he one of my viewers. So yeah, man, I'm trying to get him up here too.
Go ahead. So shout out to David Grant. Shout out to Disbelief Tequila. I'm in disbelief I ain't got them tequila on the first Friday we up here after 5 o'clock, but it's all good. It's the Maze Jackson Show, y'all. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Maze Jackson, host of the Maze Jackson Show, and I don't know if you've heard the news, but we're moving to the afternoons.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's right. After 5 years of doing the mornings, we're moving to 3 to 6 every day, Monday through Friday, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So don't worry. We're still going to ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said. It's the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Don't miss it.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things, what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay that fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Oh, yeah. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over there? Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things, what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
If you ain't trying to help us, don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Ty, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect, you oppressed, it's all wrong.
Wake up, world! You better wake up. I'm telling myself I better wake up. One of the things that I'm recognizing is my body clock is still not shifted. And so it's like this is usually when my body thinks it's time to wind down instead of wind up. So I have to go take a run around the block, Ruthie, to get myself together. Hey, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. 4 o'clock means if you all get 4:08 means you got about 52 minutes. Ruthie, were you a 5 o'clock or a 5:30 person?
For getting off?
Yeah.
Man, I would go in early to get off at 4:30.
So wait, Riis said that. So did you ever get your did you get paid lunch or did they
I, for the most part, generally get paid lunch.
Why you had to get off at 30 though? Because you had to owe them 30 minutes back for your break, right?
So, yes and no. So sometimes I think if they keep you to a strict clock, like you got to punch in and you get paid this amount of hour, it's been a minute since I worked hourly like that though. I ain't gonna stunt. So mostly like when you salary, like 4:30, 5 o'clock, you out the door. Maybe 3:30.
4:30. If you salaried, you not leaving till 6:30.
What you talking about? What time you got there? At 11? Possibly, maybe.
7.
What?
How do you get to the top?
What? Take the elevator? What you mean? Get on the escalator? Climb up the stairs?
You don't get that, like,
take the tightrope?
You don't get to the job and be like, let me get there an hour and a half, 2 hours early so I can get a jump on my day.
I was just telling him
let me stay late.
And we watch out for him, right, Ruthie? Telling, hey, that man right there, we can like, hey man, come 2 hours later. Like we know he telling, right, Ruthie? We know he to the top.
I will prep at the end of the day so I could come in and stuff is laid out versus me like just coming in early.
I would do that too.
What?
How do you get to the top of the pile?
I just told you climb over all the other bodies.
But the way you do that is by working harder and performing better.
No, it's not. You just gotta climb to the top of the body. You gotta know how to get on top of the bodies. You working too hard. What you talking about? See, let me tell you the type of person you is.
Go ahead.
You the type of manager / boss / business owner that if you say, for example, you give me a project, right? And it's a 8-hour project, right?
No, it's as long as you take it. I hired you for your capability.
But if it's an 8-hour project and I can get it done in 3.
Yes.
You gonna expect me to take the rest of them hours and do something else. Whereas me, I feel like if I can get it done early, the rest of that time should now be back to me.
So then
I feel like people are penalized for being like, expedient. That's why people just be like sitting back taking their time.
So I feel like this. I don't feel like I have one thing for my people to do. Mm-hmm. I think I have an infinite list because if the business is growing, then there's always something to do. So, if you are on the team, the job isn't the project. The job is the job, not the project. You look at it.
See,
like
I was just giving you a very specific example. I'm not talking about like being a part of the team and da 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 da.
No. But I'm saying like if you work, are you an employee or are you a piecemeal worker? Like are you an employee, or are you a full-time employee of the company, or are you a outsourced worker? Because if you're, let me let you tell me first.
In this situation, I would say
Full-time employee.
full-time employee. Okay, we'll go with full-time employee for this hypothetical.
So then the 8 hours doesn't really count because I got 40. So as much as you can get done in the 40 is what my expectation would be, and it's really an infinite amount of work. So it's never like the work. There's never not any work at the business.
What?
Now, no. So there's never not any work at the business.
You are an entrepreneur and a business owner.
If you are growing your business
to a worker, you got me to do da-da-da-da-da. You want me from this time to this time. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna punch this clock. I'm gonna punch this clock, and I'm gonna leave. And that's the challenge with the system of work, because it trains people to be workers. So if you want me to work outside of being a quote-unquote punching this clock worker, then I have certain expectations for the level of compensation. I have certain expectations for the level of treatment. I got certain expectations for A, B, C, and X, Y, and Z.
So let me ask a question. So if you work at McDonald's and I pay you hourly, how many Big Macs do you make in that hour? Do you set a number to the number of Big Macs, or do you say until the orders are gone?
Until I get off at 8.
Okay, right.
Right.
So I'm okay with that. But them 8 hours, what you get done in the 8 hours is however many Big Macs you can make. I don't say make a finite amount of Big Macs in 8 hours.
But sometimes people do have quotas in that regard.
I'm saying, but that's not the type of work I do. So I got you. But I'm saying but then usually it's project based. And what you're talking about to me is again, I would say if you said to me, Maze, I hire you to paint my house. And we set a price. As long as the house is painted with quality and it ain't coming off, I don't care if it took you 3 hours or 3 days. I just want the house painted. That's a finite project. But if you're an employee, then the work just goes on and on and on and on. So it's not like I could say if you did this one thing and there ain't nothing else to do for the next week.
I think that's if you work for an entrepreneur. There are some jobs where you literally just go and do that job and you go home.
Right, but I'm saying like at Ford, so if you work at the Ford plant.
I'm finna push this button, put this part in this.
For how many times you pushing the button though? As many times as it comes past you, or you saying I'm only pushing it 20 times in an hour?
So some jobs have quotas. Like, okay, let's give a call center for example. You might have to do X number of calls per day. So let's not even use a call center. Let's use somebody who's a caseworker, like state of Illinois caseworker. You know you gotta do a certain number of cases per day.
Okay.
So if your work day is 8 hours, you gonna stretch across your quota to fit them 8 hours. Because when you punch in a clock, your mind is different. You ain't saying, let me see how many of these cases I can get through.
So you're not saying I want to help as many kids as possible.
No, I'm not talking about a case like DCFS. I'm talking about just like a caseworker for cases. So no, you're not. You're a worker. You're trying to stretch your work. I'm trying to tell you how people think. Like when people are made to go to work for a certain amount of time and punch a clock to do a certain thing, you gonna get that certain thing for the most part. Now, if I'm going to work and I'm trying to put on airs so I can move up,
wait, is that different. Putting on airs or is that trying?
That's putting on airs, Maze, because I want to move up.
That's not putting on airs. That is what you do to distinguish yourself.
Yes, put on airs. Good morning. Do you want me to do some extra stuff? Like that's what you do when you're trying to get promoted and stuff.
I don't think that's the case. I think if you want to manage people, yes, you probably do. Because you have to demonstrate interpersonal skills and you have to manage. But if I want someone to buy my media, I don't care how nice they are to anybody or me if they are an efficient media buyer. Now, and I'm going to probably promote the person that helps us make more money, and then because they help us make more money, then they get more money, right? Like the way you get up, the way you move up is you help the company recognizes the value. You recognize your value to the company, and the company recognizes the value to you. And then that's why you say, okay, this is a $15 an hour worker. This is a salary $25,000 a year worker. And I'm not saying that's a good salary. Now then you say, then there's a $75,000 a year manager, and then there's a $100,000 a year executive. Each one of those people, that wasn't putting on airs. They all did something that a $15 an hour worker is probably like, you're right. He doesn't see himself as a part of the cog. And I've been there, right? But I always said in my process that I never look at where I'm at. I look at the person or the top of it and say, how is this entity making money? And what is the path to getting to the place where I'm not the $15 an hour worker? And I think I learned that at McDonald's because we was making $3.10 an hour. And I used to be like, who is this lady with the company car that comes in here and we all got to act like we got to clean the store up extra and go through all this thing, and she got a checklist. And then I found out she made $75,000 a year. She did all these things. I was like, Dad, you can do that? What did she do to do that? And she said, I went through these steps. I said, well, I'm going to take those steps until I said I'm through with those steps. That's not putting on airs, Ruthie. How do you get promoted?
I hear you, Maze, and what you are saying is if we lived in a perfect society where capitalism did not prevail, then maybe I would 100% agree with you. But I don't 100% agree with you because the system of work does not favor the worker. And when that happens, it's just a level of exploitation that can't be, it ain't no way you can make capitalism right just because of the nature of it. So even if I'm going to work for $15 an hour, like I'm coming to do the 15. Like maybe I don't want to move up to be the manager. Like, and when I say putting on airs, like it is a certain way that you have to perform if you're working at a company or if you're working for somebody and you want to advance yourself. There is some putting on airs that has to happen. As a black person, you put on airs all the time when you go out into the world and you got to interact with people, with white people particularly. So let's just call it what it is.
So I think we set ourselves up for failure if we don't recognize how I don't know that if you tell a child or a young person that's trying to do better for his family to be a responsible person or to say that he wants to advance in his space that he has to put on airs.
I think by not saying it is a mistake because that's exactly what you're doing. And if you're not taught that and you're not taught how to do those things, then how we ever gonna learn? And then we wonder why people don't got the proper skills to be able to come up and to advance. It's a level of putting on airs.
I don't agree with that.
I know. I understand why you don't want to agree because black people, we don't want to think that that's what we be having to do, but that's what you got to do. Sometimes what they used to call it shucking and jiving a little bit.
So what if you work at an all black company?
Then you still gotta do, it's a level of performing that you have to do if you want to advance. And then you're gonna have to put on whatever that company culture requires for you to advance. You might gotta be a shark, a bulldog. You might gotta be a B word, and that can help you advance in a certain type of company. You might need to be pleasant. You might, it just depends on what it is.
Yeah, I think, but that, I don't know. I think that there's I think you've put a negative connotation to it. I don't know. What works for everybody, I've come to the place, as I have come to our afternoon, that I don't get upset anymore. Mm-hmm. I just say, to each his own, right? It's like, if it works for you, then it works for you. I would hope, my motto in life has always been do the best at every job that I do. Anything I'm in, if I'm in it, I'm trying to be number one. There's never a time, and it served me well, but I it's weird. I guess I have always been taught to do your best in everything. And I feel like if I accept the job, or if I accept it, then I'm gonna go all the way till I either gotta go somewhere else or I get to the top of that pile. And I think you said get to the top of the pile, but it's just, I just don't know how you get to the top of the pile.
I feel like I done seen people work their hardest, work their best, and still not.
Yeah, but what's your best? I think when we talk about best, and we got a perfect example, but I think there are a lot of times when people are doing their best, but their best is really substandard. And we find ourselves having to make excuses for probably a system that was set up that undereducated us, that did everything, that did not prepare us the best. But so I feel like anything that I am lacking in, I have to work harder to overcompensate. I don't feel like, oh, well, it wasn't fair to me, so I'm not going to work harder. Right? I feel like if I didn't know how to read and I got a job that says read, I'm going to be up all night, every day, till I learn how to read, up in the middle of the night till I'm able to do the job. Do you teach your children to do the best at everything they participate in?
Yes. But you also teach them to recognize how decks are stacked against and how your best got to be 10 times better than somebody else's best. So really, is it your best when you know that your best ain't never going to even match up?
So do you settle to, do you settle?
So I think, it depends. Sometimes, some things are not worth my mental health.
I'm with you on that.
Some things are not worth my time.
I'm with you on that.
And so, does that look like settling in some area? It's just contextual. It depends on the circumstances.
So I guess my thing is, do you do things that you don't want to do?
All the time. All the time. Adulting is hard. It's not fun most times. It's difficult, adulting.
Really?
Yes. There's a lot of responsibilities.
There's
a lot of stuff that I do that I don't want to do. What you mean? Ain't it stuff that you do that you don't want to do all the time? Ain't that what life is?
No. Not at all. And I think you
like paying bills?
Huh?
There's a lot.
I don't. Let me say this. I probably didn't like paying bills when I didn't have the money to pay the bill, or if I paid the bill, I had nothing left. Now, I recognize the connection of the bill to what it is in life that it provides me that I enjoy. So, do I like paying the electric bill? Probably not, but do I like watching Netflix every night and being able to? So I've gotten to a point where that's part of the responsibility that comes with the things that I like. And I feel like there is a cost associated with it. But I don't really feel like I do too much of anything, exception of maybe some things in the last couple weeks, that I don't want to do. I wake up every day for the most part to do what I want to do, period.
And you've built your life so that you can be able to do that. Some people, do you really think people want to leave their house to go work for 8 hours, pushing a button and all this? No, people don't want to do that.
Do you?
For $12.
Do you think? So how do you escape that? At some point, you got to pay the price if you want to elevate beyond that.
You get an inflatable rack and you put a sign.
Okay. And I'm saying, again, I think even in just this conversation, I do enjoy adulting. I do. I enjoy life. And I think that's kind of what I feel like sometimes, like, I feel like listening to you, I just maybe have missed, no. I'm going to take all that back, and I'm going to say I have a much better understanding of a lot of young people now after listening to this Kendrick Lamar album. I did not realize that it seemed as bleak as it is. I really didn't. And while I am not going to, I just think we have learned this stuff all damn wrong. And it's like, listening to it, it's like, it's pervasive that I would have never believed you sitting here right now, probably. Mm-hmm. Like when I listened to that album, I was like, is this really what these kids are thinking? Is this real? Like, I really stopped and listened to the words, and just like from the trauma, the abuse, to just the mental health, to just all of it, I'd be like, man, life was a lot simpler. And so I'm not here to necessarily disagree with your opinion. It would be my hope that somewhere in the space, time, and our interaction, that the same things you described would be like, I look forward, like, truly I'm really enjoying age and wisdom and kind of all of the stuff. And I want y'all to live like a full life. Like, not, so whatever it is that puts us in a space where our young people feel this way, I'm not negating your feelings at all. Like, I liked working at Burger King. I was competitive. I wanted to be the fastest Whopper maker. It was just how I was. And once I started doing it, I liked going, right? And it was where I became social, and it was where I found kind of my niche. And in work is kind of where I found, it was being the guy who was like, okay.
Better than everybody?
I'm not better than.
So what happened to that job? Like, did you, like, willingly resign? Did they fire you?
The Burger King, so let's back up. I got fired from Burger King because I was too cocky the first time.
After you, now listen to this, you got fired after you wanted to be the best Whopper maker.
But just because I wanted to be the best, go ahead, I'll let you finish.
No, I'm just saying, so I'm just, like, I really do hear you, and let me tell you, and I guess, and what it is, our work ethic is different, because now, a lot of times, a lot of people feel like jobs don't appreciate you, you know, like, so you want me to die for you, and you're going to fire me you're going to let me wake up out of my bed knowing I don't want to come here or something like that, or let me work most of the day and then fire me without firing, you know. So it's like nowadays people are like scared to, like, I'm gonna work my butt off and then you're going to fire me like I just did nothing before. So that's why people like my age, for sure, I'm telling you, so it's like, man, why I got to get this, you know what I'm saying, job, unless it's something that you really want to do, you know what I'm saying? But most people has been in a situation where they have worked their tails off at a job, and the job, it just said, you know what, I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? And so now it's like, well, if it's not something that if it's just a job now, we look at it like it's just a job. You know, I'm doing that.
The function of jobs has changed.
Yeah.
Like, you used to be able to get a certain job or a career, and there was a path for you to exit out of it. It ain't no exit plans, ain't no exit paths for us. So we gotta make them ourselves. Like, ain't no social safety nets. These pensions is garbage. Your private 401k, garbage. Like, so whereas you looked at a job and you made your own path, Most jobs were not set up like that. They had paths for you. You start off as a trainee, you work your way up to a, I don't know, explorer. Next thing you know, you're running the flow. You done put all your kids through college. You got your pension. You gave you a retirement party with your fishing pole. You done paid off your house. Like, your significant other ain't even have to work because you could do all that on a one-parent
That was
sort of
gone
household.
for me.
Like,
That was gone for me.
No, yeah.
That was gone for me.
which aspect?
The pension was gone. The path for all the stuff that our parents told us that my parents worked for.
Right.
We were not. You weren't the first generation that happened to. That happened to us when I got the golf balls from Enron, because Enron changed the whole world when they said there are no more pensions. There is no more guaranteed. And we was all, everybody who went to work woke up one day and said that money that was good forever is now gone. So my parents told me, Maison, go get a job. You go to get a job, you work, you'll grow up, you can work at this job, get a pension. It didn't happen. So I'm not negating that. I'm not negating that at all. I'm saying that we all are facing that. Now, it has become more bleak for you all because I think that there has been a further breakdown. What I am saying is that there are paths out.
Yes, there are.
And I believe that that path for us is definitely more difficult. But there is a path. That path does maybe require me to go somewhere. I have worked at jobs, but I worked at the job to learn how to be able to do the business so that I could go into the business. So I've never looked at a job as a defining moment for me. It is a tool, right, to get me to what or where I want to be. Now, there is another point in me that has come to recognize that I'm no longer just taking any job, right? Now, I didn't graduate from college. I got in trouble. I had a whole bunch of stuff, whatever. So my path changed. But something, I guess, instilled in me was like, you think you finna beat me? And I'm not going to settle to be average. Now, when I said I am not going to settle to be average, that meant that I gotta get in the gym. Now, what gym is that? That wasn't the physical gym. That was the economic gym. That was, okay, you're going to start a business, you're going to fail. You're going to have to work a job, you're going to have to work 2 jobs and work at night to be able to recognize that this job is only financing what I'm doing overnight. I just hate the concept, not the concept of hopelessness.
It's not a concept of hopelessness. It's a concept of, it's like extreme, it's the extreme response to capitalism. It's like anti-exploitation. Like, so it's like as a worker, you like, yeah, okay, company, like Riis said, like, you don't care about me anyway. Like, you.
But
so
you
that's
care about, okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, that's just what it is. Like, that's why the quote unquote great resignation is happening.
But I never thought McDonald's
your
cared
boss-
about me.
yeah.
I never thought about McDonald's cared about me. I never thought Burger King cared about me. I didn't be like, oh, give me a hug, Burger King or McDonald's.
Because you was coming in with a mindset to use it as a stepping stone to something else. Somebody else, you do
Somebody
know that
else
some
need that
people
to
get
live.
jobs to
live.
to get money to like pay
Okay,
their bills.
I'm saying.
People do that all the time.
I got a job at Burger King because my mom worked at the headquarters and was like, my son needs to get his ass up out not get his ass because she didn't curse, get out the house and go to work. And so she said, go get a work permit at 15. I enjoyed it because I got to be outside the house and you know how you build your like work friends, and it was like my opportunity to be out. But I just, like, I
believe the hard work for sure. I believe that. Listen, it's somebody in the gym right now that's always working harder than you, and you got to always be in the gym, work harder than them. But then, like you're trying to say, when I do look at my generation, that's ideally how we look at it. And I'm not saying that's how I look at it or anything, but and then how the jobs, you know what I'm saying, come off attitude. We don't need you, and then they tell you, you know, it's kind of like sometimes jobs make the the workplace a hostile environment and make you not even want to go there and things like that. So when you really, like I said, so when you I guess like look at that, it's like a little different. Like she said, like I agree. Like it did seem like back in the day, you just go get you a job and you work that job. You work real hard at that job.
But y'all didn't want. But do what job you want to work hard at?
Who?
So are you saying if you knew that you could get a retirement, then working hard to be worth it?
What? Yes. If you knew that your job, if you had a path, yes. But we ain't falling for it. Like,
so
we
I'm
ain't
saying,
falling
what are
for
you?
it.
So I'm not tripping. You're not falling for it. But in the
Yeah.
meantime, what's your path forward?
You gotta make it yourself in this world.
Is it subsistence though, or is it success?
With the way that the world is going, nobody knows. So you better off trying to get it on your own.
I'm all for getting it on your own. But I guess my thing is, even in getting it on your own, it's gonna require work.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's gonna require you to sacrifice. It's going to require you to go outside of. It's gonna require you to nobody to pay you to do what you have to do for your company.
Agree. It's also going to require you to develop a skill set where you try to get things done in a more expedient manner. So you saving on the front end. Like, so that's why millennials be on that. Like, it ain't because ain't nobody trying to work. It's just that I could probably get this done a little bit quicker than this, and take my time back and go lay on the beach.
And that's where he trying to tell you that. So check this. See, I'm gonna tell you what he trying to tell you.
What he
So
trying to
now
tell
you got
Riis?
8 hours. You got 8 hours. You ain't supposed to do the job for 8 hours. He paying you on salary for 8 hours. Now you didn't calculate in your mind where you can really get this done in 5 hours. Now what he trying to say, now that path that you want to go up. Now you got 3 hours to where you can go into happy hour, or you got 3 hours to where you can take that and do something else and become a better you.
Or make the company more profit.
yeah.
That makes me say, why is this person
doing
always so much more productive than the 5-hour person? Man, let me give this person more responsibility. And let me say this.
And that's another thing.
And then let me give them more responsibility.
And more what?
More money.
Okay, see, that's what a lot of jobs don't do. A lot of jobs, people can comment, they give you more responsibilities and no pay.
So let's back up.
Here go another. Come on, that's the game.
No, that is the game. No, I'm gonna tell you. So in basic management training, when one of the most valuable tools I ever had was when Burger King decided to send me to basic management training. Just basic, the most basic. Like, you run a store, but here's the most basic. The first thing they taught you is your most valuable asset are your employees. You try to keep your employees happy. You try to incentivize them And then the other thing they said is when they mad, give them more responsibility. So if you ever heard me say, you are now in charge of the broom closet, right? And they be like, man, I got the broom closet. They will have the broom closet, won't nobody touch. So there are tools, there are tactics to coax the best out of, to trick the best out of. But I think, like, I've always tried to take any experience, pull the best and the worst from it. I do believe, right, that there is no substitute for hard work, right? I believe you can work hard, smarter, not harder. But if you can work smarter, not harder, then you can get more done. And if you get more done, it's like eventually it pays off for you, whether it's not monetary from the company, but you know you have the skill. See, I feel like I get the skill set from you.
We know you.
Agreed.
That is
Agreed.
you, man.
Agree, but like
Pay me for my labor. I don't want the skill set. I want the money so I can go pay these bills.
But I'm with you. I'm with you on the
See,
hard
but
work.
I feel like
I gotta work the hard.
But I just, it's like
that's how they get you.
I feel like I'm not working for the bills. I'm working for the life.
But that's an internship. That's what I get an internship
What?
for. To learn the skills. In exchange for my labor, I'll take the skills. That's an internship.
See, but
and I
you
feel
know,
like,
Ruthie,
How do you become?
I'm with him, Ruthie. Now, like
I
so.
don't know,
Let's just say
man.
let's just say that you had a job that paid you 6 times over your monthly bills.
Okay.
Like, how do you approach that job? Do you actually work that job now?
What? What you mean? Yeah, why wouldn't I?
No,
What you mean?
Like because like you saying that like most people just want to work to pay bills, like you know what I'm saying. But like is it because we down so bad as you say, or do you believe that we just not working at the place that we want to work? Like,
do we have work ethic?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I want to say.
I feel like we don't. I'm listening and I don't see work ethic. But go ahead.
So you don't see it as work ethic. I see it as exploitation of the worker. I feel like workers get exploited because it's all about company profits. Like, everybody ain't going to work to try to advance. Some people are going to work to get a paycheck so that they can take care of their family. And I think that it's just exploitation. Like,
but
if
how
I'm
does
coming
the boss know that? In the interview, did he say, "Can I ask you?" Oh, he said, "I want to ask a question before you go. Are you here to advance, or are you just here to pay your bills?"
That's a good question.
Right.
So,
but now this person is hiring you thinking that you're going to elevate their business, and they expecting you to elevate the business.
It goes to 20-70-10, right? 20% of the people that you hire are people that you are grooming for leadership or are in your leadership. 70% of the people in your company are trying or vying to get to a space where you can bring them into leadership. 10% of the people in your company probably are dragging your company, right? And they're not, I don't want you to be with me if you mad that you with me, right? Like, if you took the job, I want you to be happy at the job that you got. Hopefully you have negotiated a good salary that you were comfortable at because you recognize your skill set. There's a lot of people that want to get paid $100,000, but ain't got a $100,000 skill set no matter how much you tell them. So ideally, when you come into the space, you have negotiated a number that you feel comfortable with or that you mutually feel comfortable with. And you come into the company with the vision of, like, if I talk to you and I'm gonna be like, what you want to do? Like, do you want to be at this, or am I a job? If I since you're a temporary worker and you just trying to get a check and a job, okay, I'm a operate that way.
But see, you are a small business owner with a very unique company. So you can't just bring in a clock puncher. That ain't gonna work around here. But if you working at General Mills or something like, so I think that's why your mindset different, because you're an entrepreneur with a small business. So you can't really afford to take on people that's just coming to get their $10 an hour or whatever. You can't. It's gonna ruin your company. So your perspective, in my opinion, is more so skewed to being a small business owner, being an entrepreneur, being a person that has, like you said, I ain't never took no job where I wasn't trying to come in and peep game and get to the top. Like, that's a different mindset. Some people literally get jobs because they need the money.
Correct.
Okay.
But at
so
that
do
job,
you need the money? Okay, so if you need the money, then do the job. I didn't put you there. You put you there. Or your life.
Or
your circumstances that I have absolutely nothing to do with put you there. So now, here's the difference, right? So now you got the choice between the person who says, because this is me. If I didn't have the mindset, if I didn't have the stuff that I had, and let's say I lost everything, I would work 3 jobs to make sure that I equaled up to what I did so that I didn't take loss, if that meant that I didn't sleep. So now if I got to pick, and I'm the McDonald's manager, and I got to pick between De Juan, who is like, yo, I'm happy to do all this stuff. I'm going to do it because I know in 3 years after working 100 hours every week, I'm living with my 6 people. We going to take this money, we going to buy a crib. So me as the McDonald's guy, do I hire that person who got a plan that I'm just a tool in his box, or do I get the person that's mad at me because they feel like I'm exploiting them? And that's why every time we go into a McDonald's now, that one is making the order. Because in my estimation, it's like you working, I'm trying to get every hour, every 40 hours a week, so I can get up out this mug, so I can pay for my school class, that in 3 years, I'm out of law school, and I'm saying, see y'all later, I ain't Calvin.
The thing you said that is different is De Juan is already living with 6 people. They already knowing that they got the mentality and the idea that they coming up. He got the support, so he can go work at McDonald's and come home and then go help them install the electric in their house because it's Juan's friend turn to get the electric done this month.
I got it.
So you cannot compare that to the struggle of young black people. Like, that's totally different. Like, Latino people, they coming with a plan. They be having a plan. I'm finna come over here. I'm finna have me some babies. My baby's about to be legal. So I can go work at this penny ante job because really, I'm just really here so my children can have a better life. I'm working for my children.
So, that's their plan.
But it's set up and undergirded by the United States government.
I'm not debating you on that.
Our stuff ain't.
So this Ruthie. So here's the reverse of that. Not the reverse, converse. So I too live in a home with multiple people, right? Adult age. We all too have various pieces of federal income and pieces that put together to code together whatever our thing is. Somebody in that crew says, okay, how do we get out of this cycle? Somebody says, I'm mad here, right? And somebody says, okay, I got to do this for 3 years. And in the meantime, in this 3 years, I'm going to, and I'm not saying you can go to school. I'm not saying you can. I'm going to, in this time as I am, be trying to figure out a better way. I'm not comparing our struggles because there is nothing that any person that came here as an immigrant can compare to the systemic racism that exists here and what is done to intentionally hold us back. But I don't know, less reparations that we ever escape waiting. Like, I don't know how you get ahead. If you want to go on vacation and you got a salary, your salary is always the same. What do?
Hustle. You make a side hustle.
You pick up a job, you Uber. Right? You work temporary down at for Christmas. But you figure out a plan to supplement, and I'm saying we gotta supplement ourselves because we know they setting us back. And so if you know I want to go on vacation this year, if I want to give my kids Christmas presents, as all of our families have done before, somebody says I'm going to have to make an additional sacrifice and go a little bit further and a little bit harder to make sure that we go on a family vacation or get or school supplies. How many parents have not had to put in a little extra time, energy, or effort because they wanted better than what they had right there?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
My argument is that the whole system is corrupt because now they got to go work overtime over the holidays to pay for the stuff. Or now they're going to put it on their credit card, now they're in credit card debt. The whole system is the problem.
And then, okay, so I agree with that.
System,
I agree that the system is the problem. And the system that we live in is built specifically for us to have their foot on our necks. I don't debate that at all. I don't. So I either have the option of keeping the foot on my neck and being mad about it, which I'm still mad about it, but I'm lifting weights every day. I'm lifting weights every day. Because guess what? One day you're going to get your foot off my neck. And I just say, and I've said this before, for every family, internationally well-known, whatever person from the Kennedys to the Rockefellers, there's always somebody that pays the price.
In what regard? What you mean by that?
Does the criminal act, does the whatever it is, works the extra hard, goes above and beyond to change the trajectory of the family. There's not always, but like there's somebody that says enough is enough and says I am going to toss this off or I'm going to do something different because I'm sick and tired of it, right? There is, and you may say my town, and I give you, like Ruthie, you made it big for your town. Real talk, right? Like you came from look at you superstar, celebrity, the whole you dig. But you had to say, at a certain point, I want better for Pembroke, which is why you do what you do. I feel like there has to be a moment when somebody in the family, somebody in the whoever says that this is, we can do better. And I say that from the standpoint that everybody in my universe to me that is around me has taken their circumstances and created their own reality. That is not the reality that is set upon us.
But see, that's called the American dream. That is, you are talking about the quote unquote the American dream.
Ruthie, you are a homeowner. Right? Like you said, I'm going to buy myself a house at, you ain't 50 yet. So, right? You and your sister said, man, we about to be owners and buy a part of our block. You said, I'm going to make the sacrifice to do this. There's some people that be like, man, I'm going to find me a way to... Ooh, that's probably me. I'm getting it. Can you hear it? Uh-oh. Ruthie over here.
Listen, I ain't touching nothing.
All right, I don't know what it is.
What you done did? What you done did?
Is that better?
No, he did something to his mic.
I think I'm blinking, so we gotta reset it. I think you gotta hit the little thing. Yep, see, there you go. Up, go back. Get the channel right, boy. So all I'm saying is, generationally, I feel like sometimes we are cursed. And there's usually somebody who says, this ain't normal. Or it ain't this ain't normal, I want better. I think about that girl that came in when we was talking about when Dirk's daughter came on. And she was...
Is your battery dead over there?
Let me see. Go ahead and hit the rotate again. It say relink. No, my battery ain't there. You charging them up? Ruthie done came in here and burnt up. That's better.
Too many frequencies.
Well, I don't know what's going on, Reis. Can you hear me? You can't hear me at all? All right, take a break. I can hear you. You using mine. See, Reis, see how Reis be doing his stuff work, mine though. All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break. Let's go to the. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back after these messages. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Up in the morning with the frown on my face, 'cause I know it's another day that I gotta face now. For people I don't wanna see, working at a job that I don't wanna be, breaking my back to the bone with nothing to show. But I got dreams and goals. But as soon as I clock in, I'm ready to go. So there's one thing I gotta know: why money ain't free? Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? Give it to me. I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money? Why can't you just give it? Why can't you just give it? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free?
Working in that 9 to 5, got your girl hella tired. Why won't they let me be? Now I understand why my mama always used to ask, did I think money grew on trees? I got these bills after bills and they just keep coming. Working overtime, but my pockets ain't flooding. Yeah, my funds low. A dog life is gas.
Why money ain't free?
Why it ain't free?
Why can't you just give it?
Why can't they just give it to
I
me?
don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me.
Why money ain't free? Yeah.
Why can't you just give it to me? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free?
How the money ain't free. Every 5 minutes, kids bothering me. They seem to think that money grows on trees. Always asking for allowance and clean one thing. Sick and tired of my funds being low. Spent the whole bag on the groceries at the store. Got a little something, but I need a little more. And I'm a single mama, you should already know.
Why money ain't free?
Why the money ain't free.
Why can't you just give it to me? I don't
You are listening to the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. I don't know if I'm talking to Ruthie.
Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody.
That's what you
I'd
gotta call
rather
Rogers
just keep
then.
doing me.
Call Rogers.
He do got one of them. That's why I'm talking. Listen, that's how I tell you. My grandma say the best man.
Almost dead.
What? No. 1 foot in the grave and 1 on a banana peel.
You sound like somebody. I had this girl, she was like 26 and she only wanted to marry a dude that was like 60. I said, why? She said, man, she said, listen, the best husband is a dead husband. I said, yeah, I'm getting out the way.
No, I need somebody to take my garbage out.
That's what I said.
60, he ain't taking the garbage.
That's what I'm saying. I need somebody to take my
Like,
garbage
you got to take that out, baby. I got the pension. I got the pension. You got to take out the trash. All right, so wait, open up the phone line. Give us a call.
Oh, here we go.
872-259-7474.
Y'all calling to tell Maze how wrong he is.
Every time you come, Ruthie, this will never be on the paper. It'll never be on the paper.
Because Ruthie be coming in
That's because
saying,
Maze, his capitalistic ways.
he be coming in saying crazy stuff.
You gotta understand.
Look, I've been
man,
cool, calm,
business-
collected. She done,
businessman, yo. Hey,
she done came in and got me all fired up.
I
Got
can
me.
only imagine what Tennille's saying.
Oh, she stopped conscious. I can't do this.
Give me another one. Give me another one. 2, Ruthie, can you talk? Give me 2.
Is that y'all problem though? So I'm just saying, when do the kids work? This is the problem with the knuckleheads out here. That's why we can't have no daggone. Y'all bear with me for a second. I'm
I
trying
guess
to
we don't feel like, like.
Well, I gotta hug you before you start work.
Not really.
Oh,
You
nice.
Oh,
She said that'd be
come here,
nice.
little
She
baby.
said that'd be
Let me hug you.
That would be nice.
nice.
Oh,
No, I'm just
damn
saying,
hood.
gas $60 a gallon. Can you fire me at home, G?
Don't make me come in.
Make me come in.
There's no substitute for hard work unless you can find an easier way to do
Hey
it.
man, and my motto is the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary, Ruthie.
Oh, okay,
That's
Riis.
it. That's it.
Look at Reese trying to get some brownie points.
That was good.
That is a good one, though, Reese. That was a good one. All right, y'all. It's the Mace Jackson Show.
I'm gonna go get a scratch off. I ain't working.
Can you win enough off a scratch off to not work with him?
I'm finna go play. Hey, put the numbers in the chat for the night, y'all. Put the numbers in the chat.
Oh God, it's the Maze Jackson show.
Hey, if you don't play, you can't win. That's what every black parent say when they spending their kids' college fund on a lottery.
Right.
This gonna be for you, baby.
Okay, am I wrong or is Ruthie wrong? Should you just try to? Should you just try to get over on your job? Like, how? Do you work hard? Do people still work hard? Do they believe in working hard?
I do, man. You know what?
Ruthie, I think you work hard sometimes.
Listen,
You be trying to do it too fast, though. And then they be like, well, you need something else to do this.
And that's what I be like, take my time.
Listen, I did not make my example personal, but yes, that is you. You are the king of. You done with that? Okay.
Here you go, right
So it's
here.
like, well, let's
Right, but then it's like,
worked.
but now I feel like so organized because I done got all these dangling particles. I'd be like, oh, well, you ain't got nothing to do.
But now Ruthie, he sees it's like, you know what? Maybe she isn't just that. You know, maybe I can give her this and give her more responsibility and more pay.
But think about that.
Things like
Think
that.
about what we was just talking about.
See, Ruthie?
See? Ruthie be
Listen,
like Ruthie's doing a Riis. Ruthie doing a Riis.
Hey,
right?
Ruthie,
It be like this.
Listen,
Ruthie doing a
Maze.
Riis where you be like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm a great employee. Like, I'm a team player. Like, I'm always gonna go above and beyond. Like I got this saying, like, I ain't never gonna be the weak link on the team. Like, ever. I'm gonna pull my weight. So I understand hard work and things like that. And I'm not necessarily talking in the context of working for Maze Jackson. I'm more so talking about, like, really punching a clock. Punching a clock.
Ruthie, when have you had to punch a clock for real?
Yeah,
Like, in your adult life.
So the last time I physically had to punch a clock was when I worked at the Juvenile Detention Center.
Okay.
So it's been a minute.
So, Ruthie.
I've been out
Like, realistically.
I've been salary for a minute.
This the same person that came in here today talking about, I set my flex schedule. Talking about some, I'm not working. They slaving us.
I gotta speak for the common man. I gotta speak for the common man.
Ruthie, that's how, like, when I be going to these things and the white people be claiming racism for the black people. And the black people be like, how you call? Can I call my?
Come on, racist.
Can I call racist? No, thank you. I appreciate you.
I
But
gotta speak for every man. Because everybody can't do a flex schedule. So I know plenty of people that got to punch a clock.
I don't agree that we even have a flex schedule. What we talking about? Like, we don't even
tell me that. Is that my email? My email, Ruthie. I ain't get the new schedule.
Right, could you let me know what your schedule is, ma'am? I'm sorry. Thanks. Like Ty. Look, Ruthie and Ty. Ty coming in Monday, but y'all starting some news. Don't think y'all starting no news without me.
Right.
Ruthie like, y'all thought y'all was getting out the week without me?
Right. They called each other.
They like, no, Ty, you take money, I'm gonna take Friday. Then he gonna have 2 days. Then he already. I know his calendar. He already got Anthony coming in on Saturday. I mean on Thursday. So he good, man. He got 2 days by himself. Man.
No. I ain't really a work finesse. Like, I do really, like you say, fair days pay for whatever you say. What's the saying you say? Fair
days work, fair days
Fair
pay.
day, like, I feel like I'm pretty, like, fair. Like, I don't be needing, like, exorbitant wages. It would be nice to have some LaCroix or something.
I will tell you. Can I tell you what?
These seats don't have a massage button. I'm Ruthie. It would be good to have a
I
massage.
came to work. We don't have. I tried to have happy hour Fridays. Y'all wouldn't give me no damn button.
Yeah, I'm gonna check your schedule and make sure that it's a bot next Friday. Here, we can't be.
Y'all are so funny.
Nothing. You know people on a Friday. Look, y'all. It is 5 o'clock. It's actually 5:04. So I think this is how we got here. I just want to tell you, this is exactly how we got here. Because if you get off at 5 o'clock, then you get a paid lunch.
I hope you getting overtime if you working them extra 4 minutes.
If you ask me for let me tell you what. If you ask me for overtime for 4 minutes, I'm going to give it to you. But I'm cutting your out. You gonna be like, Dad, how come I'm only doing 10 hours?
Hey, listen, just flex your time the next day. Don't just go in 4 minutes late.
You leave 4 minutes early. I'm gonna be like,
for 6:13 on my time.
You know, I'd be like, hold on, and then I'd be mad. Like if you leave at 5 o'clock, I'd be mad at that too. You gotta wait till 5:01.
What?
Yes.
I'm off at 5.
5:01.
I'm off at 5. At 5 o'clock.
5:01. You off at 5? I'm
I'm
looking
off
for
at
the
5.
5 o'clock. Cause my thing is, if you was off at 5 and you out the door at 5, then that means you packed up at 4:45. That means I lost 15 minutes.
I pre-prepped before I left.
Right.
So I just grabbed and go. That's all I did.
I got you.
See, that ain't right. Like,
5:01, dog.
see, you
But
better
I
get
told
your
you at
time
my
back.
last
Now, what
job.
time do you get to work? What time do you get to work?
Okay, so if you work 9 to 5,
Listen,
right?
Look, it's a 7-minute grace period. She better say
You gotta
that.
get-
She better say the
If
7
you
minute
work
grace
from 9 to 5, you got to get there between 9 and 9:30.
Nah. We used to have, at my last job, it was 9:07. Anything
You
after
got a little
9:07.
7 minutes? Okay.
Anything after 9:07, then yeah. So you can come in
You don't have to be there 10 minutes early.
and do what?
Be ready to be ready to go.
No, because it was
no.
no. So I told you, if we clocked in 10 minutes early.
I don't
then
need you to clock in. You clock in at 9 o'clock, but you need to be ready at 10 minutes before.
Do I get paid for that?
Yes, you get to be in my presence.
See,
You better hope some of my stuff. This is the best between 9 and 5. So you still becoming your best.
No,
5 to 9.
Other duties as assigned.
That's right.
I think everybody check out right when they say it, right when they 5 o'clock.
No way.
At
When
5
it's
o'clock.
5 o'clock, you.
What?
I never.
I'm lining up at the time little punch clock.
I'm never. Like, I never punched out if I either leave early, but I ain't punching out at 5. I'm going to be out at 5:05. I'm going to mosey on out.
Low key though, I don't even really know if I got what it takes to have employees. Like, cause I'm a little too, I'm kind of understanding of things.
Until your check come up short. Till your check come up short.
It has.
They be like, it's payday.
It has.
And they be like,
I've experienced that.
as the employer?
No. And I don't.
That's the point.
And I don't know if how I could put people in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of responsibility. Like, so I would have to grow a lot, cause I can't be responsible for people. So I get you. Like, if I'm paying you late. What?
I paid you.
It's
You paid this motherfucker at 9:10.
That's what I'm saying. It's different when it's your bread. So I get it, because I've had to manage other people's money, to pay out for people. But I never took that no, that ain't my money.
Right, exactly.
You ain't
Your kid ain't gotta pay no tuition because Riis decided he wanted to come at 9:07. Y'all out here,
I was
y'all.
there early, man. I was there
Riis.
early.
Well, look, Riis. Show started at 10 o'clock at 6 a.m. Riis 5:59. Here come the click. Be like I said, and be turn it on, and then be mad when the computer update.
Click.
Be like, All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. I don't know how Ruthie. How do I let Ruthie do this to me?
I don't know, man.
I do not even know why I even talk to Ruthie about work, because it just makes me frustrated. I be ready to pull my hair out. Look, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. When we come back, we are going to, I promise we're going to talk about something on this paper. And can we do this? Can y'all start thinking about this? I want to do Tell Me Someone Good. Not tell me something, but someone good. Skunk with Riis. You talk about it on the mic. I turn your mic down. See? We're going to talk about Tell Me Someone Good at 8:30. At 5:30. When we come back, though, I don't know one of these things we're going to talk about on the paper. I want to talk about this police officer shooting the 13-year-old. Y'all mad? I mean, what they supposed to do?
I'm a little mad. Chase him?
They did.
No, he shot him.
I mean, what are you supposed to do about these?
And after he shot him, he probably was like, please have a gun, please have a gun, please have a gun, please have a gun.
He ain't just drop one?
But he had that body cam on, yeah.
Oh, dang, that's right.
Sprinkle some crack on him. That's what Dave Chappelle said.
Sprinkle me. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Mace Jackson, host of the Mace Jackson Show, and I don't know if you've heard the news, but we're moving to the afternoons.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's right. After 5 years of doing the mornings, we're moving to 3 to 6 every day, Monday through Friday, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So don't worry. We're still going to ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Mace said. It's the Mace Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Don't miss it. Yeah. Ruthie Mo. Riis the ruler. Maze Jackson. This is the reparations interlude. We not asking, we demanding. So go on, make my payments high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high. Not no SBA loans, just run the bread, make it high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high. Look, hey, check it out. First drug lord was President Nixon. Oval Office was the trap house where he was tipping. Got the drugs from Nicaragua and gave us crack. Declared war on blacks. Man, tell him to cut the check and tried to make it seem like a revolution. CIA was the corner boys for distribution. We could tear this country in half for retribution. But I'd rather get some restitution, so tell him to cut the check. John Singleton, man, he already told y'all. He broke it down for you when he made Snowfall. They locked us all up and created whole laws. So send a message like a cold call. Tell them to cut the check. Look, we built this city. We built this city. Back, put this country together and gave him hella aid. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears over 400 years. Punching the clock, but yeah, we still ain't got paid. Look, they paying the immigrants, they paid the Jews. Executive orders, man, they made the rules. I want my 40 acres, you can save the mule. Cause as of right now, we getting played for the fool. Look, for sterilization, Tuskegee experiment, Rosewood, Japanese internment. Come on, was all paid out from the government. We waiting on our turn, we definitely earned it. So make my payment high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high. Not no SBA loans, just run the bread, make it high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high. Not no stimulus check, just run the bread, make it high. Yeah, Ruthie Mo, Riis the ruler, Maze Jackson. This is the reparations interlude. We not asking, we demanding.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to Senate. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Lenders give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that built us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Ay, caramba!
Don't do it.
You don't want me to say it, Ruthie?
It's like you the opposite. Like somebody tell you not to do something, you more inclined to want to do it.
Right!
That's like, that's
I
how
want to
you
just call you Ruth. Am I on, Reese? Am I straight? All right, turn me up in my headphones just a little bit then.
Turn me up in my headphones.
I like saying that. Turn me up in my headphones. Take that. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. It's 5:15. If you rolling with Reese, you probably got to wait 15 more minutes. If you rolling with me, you was up gone at 5 o'clock. If you was rolling with Ruthie, you left at 4:45.
Because you worked 15 minutes extra the other day, man. It's called flexing your time.
Ruthie.
I learned that from white people. Like, if they work an extra 30 minutes one day, they literally, like, it's company policy that you get that 30 minutes back. Work-life balance, Maze.
Ain't no work-life balance. Somebody said that we should get 7 minutes for slavery.
That's such a specific number.
I'm like, 7? That's all we get? Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. All right, let's you know what? Since it's Friday, I'm not going to go down the bad path. Take me down just a little bit in my headphones, Reese. Take me down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Reese, can you hear me? DJ Reese, turn me down in my headphones just a little. Thank you. He don't be looking. Reese be doing this out there. He trying to. Now you want to be the sound man. Now you want to check the sound.
He multitasking.
You see, Ruthie, you see how jobs do you, man, when you try to do your job.
Oh, Reese, such a good job. You are doing such a good job, even though you weren't looking. Everybody, get him a. What? Do we have trophies? Do I need to bring you guys a trophy for coming to work every day?
Please, a petition. Well, I'll take one.
Well, Ruthie don't come to work every day.
You being facetious.
I'm not. I'm saying, do you need a hug? Come here, let me just.
It ain't nothing wrong with appreciating employees.
Yeah, I do appreciate y'all.
Go ahead, say it.
I do.
Every payday when you get your job.
I wasn't even gonna say that.
But you thought it.
No, I didn't. I couldn't even think of what you wanted me to say. That's so terrible.
Did you? So you don't believe in participation trophies? Like, do you think that if all the young people participate at the end of the thing, they should have a ceremony where they all get the trophy?
You lost.
What?
You lost. That's what y'all problem is now, right?
The participation trophies?
Nobody told me how good a job I did because we paid you.
Sometimes you do gotta acknowledge people.
I'm okay with acknowledging people, but I'm not. It's not my job to throw you. What a girl say?
What she say?
You want to throw a pity party? Well, I ain't coming.
What do you? That's funny.
I'm telling you, I'm stuck on Kendrick Lamar right now.
You know.
Oh, you got callers? Oh.
Uh-oh.
All right, yeah. It's Ruthie.
Tell Maze he ain't right on a Friday.
Would you hire Ruthie?
Yes, man.
Would you hire Ruthie? Would you hire Reese?
Would you hire Ruthie?
Everything you know. Would you hire this Ruthie that we're talking to on the radio?
You know what the real question is? Would y'all work for?
You know y'all would.
I would every day. Not a better job that I ever had.
You learning, Reese. You learning. All right, let's go to the live line. Who you rocking with? Would you hire Reese, Maze, or Ruthie first?
They gonna do.
Calling you on the Maze Jackson Show. Who you hiring first? And who getting fired first? Caller?
Miko.
Miko.
Oh.
Miko firing everybody.
Let's come back there.
I will come back to Miko. Who else we got on the live line? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Who you keeping, Maze, Reese, or Ruthie?
I'm keeping Ruthie all the way.
Who is this? This is some garbage. Who is this?
You know, I ain't gonna tell you who this is, but I believe in work-life balance. I believe you should not be a slave to a job because when you die, that job will be posted the next week.
I'm posting it tomorrow.
He said doing his 2 minutes, he said, well, he was a great worker.
He was a great worker. He might get a job.
At the sound job at this funeral, are you hired?
He cross-trained. Are you cross-trained? I can't believe. So if you the boss, are you hiring? You talking about the employee, but if you a boss, which employee do you want?
It depends on the industry.
Okay. What industry do you want to work in and don't want to college? When you want an employee that say they can get their 8 hours done in 3 and then be at your office messing with everybody else?
So let me say this, because I am a millennial. The thing about millennials, we work smart and not hard. Things that take older people in the workplace to do for 8 hours, we can knock it out in 2. I work 7.5 hours a day. They probably get a good 3 hours out of it.
Please don't say your name.
7? You got 7.5 hours and they only get 3? Oh my God! See, I go to work every day. I'm on time, but they not about to kill me.
About to kill me?
Okay, can I ask what you do?
You know, I'm a government worker.
I know exactly who this is. Hey,
my stomach hurt.
Name, but I better see you at the meeting tomorrow.
Y'all is making my stomach hurt. Y'all are so funny.
All right. I'll talk to y'all.
Thank you for your call.
Y'all are so funny.
Oh, my God. I can't believe. So, wait a minute. If you the boss, you want Ruthie before you want me? What? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. If you the boss, who you hiring? Maze, Riis, or Ruthie?
Hey man, I'm not answering that question, bro. I'm not even answering that question, bro. I'm not. Look, hey man, hey bro, hey man. I'm a hire Riis first. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hire Riis first, man. Riis gonna be my #1 draft pick, bro. That's how we gonna do it.
Oh Jesus.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, cause I know where you. Hey, listen, I know where you work at. They probably get a good 1 hour.
How many hours do your boss?
Hey,
how many hours does your job get you for real?
Hey, Riis know. Riis know how many they getting. Riis know how many they getting, bro. We not playing with them. They play too much. They play too much. So they play too much, so that I'm giving them the same energy they give me.
Too much, they don't pay you, and then they gotta file a lawsuit, and then 2 years later, and then they're gonna pay you the money that they should already should have paid you. Huh? Good old.
Let me ask y'all a question though. So out of this, since you hiring Riis, real talk, how many hours out of an 8-hour day does your job get from you?
Bruh, I'm telling you, dog. I hit him. I give him about 3. I give him that tray 5. You dig? I give him that tray 5, bro. I give him that tray 5.
How do you play off the rest? Like, what do you do for the other 3.5?
Man, I'm sending emails. I'm sending emails, man. I'm building. I'm engaging with the stakeholders. I'm ensuring that all of my customers are taken care of, bro.
Asking extra questions. So you should.
You got it.
He actually sent his email today, right? Like today, or like today. You know, so you just start asking like questions.
Like today, like man, like when you get there early, you got to check your email. So that could be like an hour, you know, just checking your email. Then you got to like go get your coffee, check your email some more. You know what I'm saying? Then you look at your schedule on what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? So then you like, oh, okay, well, I had to do this. So then I might start doing that, and I'll knock it out because, you know, I'm a procrastinator. So I already started on it. So all I got to do is just keep working on it. When is it due? Like, oh, it's due. Okay, all right, well, it ain't due until You said when it was due, so I'm gonna just work on it until it's due.
That project done 3 days ago.
Man, if it ain't due today, you ain't getting it today. And now that people can work from home.
You're not turning it in early, dog.
Nah, bro. Because if I turn it in early, you're not gonna appreciate all the effort that I had to put into it.
Come on,
we. I'm an intellectual worker, bro. I'm not. You're not paying me for my brawn. You're paying me for my brain. Man.
Come on.
That's a lot of effort, bro.
Smarter, not
That's a lot
harder.
of effort, dog. Yep. And on Fridays, I only have happy meetings. You got to give me Tuesdays and Thursdays is the day for meetings when you got something to do. Every other day is happy meetings, bro. Happy meetings. That's my.
I love black people's schedule.
Hey. Happy meetings, bro. Ain't no work for you. Come to the meeting. Ain't no work. I'm just giving you valuable information. That's it. That's for Friday. I know y'all got somewhere to go. Let's get through this agenda, and y'all be good, man. Have a blessed day. Zoom out. You feel me? Zoom in, zoom out.
Hey, y'all gotta look at man.
Hey, and what's the Maze?
Yes.
Maze, what's the drink? What is the Friday drink of the week, bro?
I would need one for this conversation. Oh my God, y'all are killing me. Oh Jesus. Okay. Also, don't forget tomorrow we got a BP1 meeting. I hope y'all plan to do some work at the
all
BP1
day, man.
meeting.
I be there working all the time.
Me and Ruthie stay working. See, Ruthie, me and Ruthie stay working. So BP1 ain't work. We love that. It's for them other people. Them other people get that tray 5, bro. Them other people get that tray 5, man. They get that tray 5. They get that hump stack tray 5, bro.
Look at the president. This is applause. I hate to see people sign in. Listen, I hate to see people sign in and go get coffee before even seeing what they got to do. Like, how you sign in to work to go get coffee?
Now, that ain't
Let
right.
me punch in.
My day.
You start your day with your coffee in your hand. Look, hey, Devo, tomorrow we got the Black People First meeting at TP 10 o'clock. Look, y'all hitting the streets tomorrow. We got a lot going on. I can't
10 o'clock and we in the streets.
10 o'clock, y'all in the streets.
Yeah, we can't talk about that, but thank you for everybody who came out last night. Definitely, it was appreciated, and that's where the real work is. The work is for the people, man. So any talent that you have, see how you can give that back to your people. And then it's not like you really working. Then you just attacking it with the enthusiasm and the passion that, that we need to build this infrastructure. That's what it is, bro. But all them other people, man, they getting that tray 5, man. That's without question, man. We're not rocking with that, bro. That's a non-negotiable, bro.
3-5. You getting a 3-5 out of 8. Oh Lord. I ain't even gonna come to work no more. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. You got any more callers, Riis? Who you hiring? Maze, Riis, or Ruthie? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. One for Ruthie, one for Ruthie, one for Riis. Who you got?
I'm going. You said what?
Who you with? What your name is?
Oh, dang.
I didn't hear you. Caller?
Hello?
What your name
I'm
is?
here.
What's
Can you hear
up? Yeah, who you?
This ain't what your name is. Don't even get it twisted. Don't do that.
Okay.
But this might be her. But we ain't gonna go there right now.
Okay, Suzanne, go ahead.
Look, working from home has spoiled me. My mama has given me a flawless work ethic, right? But I actually get annoyed when an email comes through and I'm at home. I'm like, y'all got me Monday through Wednesday. What else do y'all need to talk to me about on a Thursday and a Friday? I know y'all ain't doing nothing, so y'all want me to do something. No, that ain't gonna work. Absolutely not. I come in at 8:30. I come at 8:30. I'll be done working by 11:30.
Yes, get them out the way on the front end.
Damn, you beat
Hey,
8:30. You get him 3. You done beat Devin. Devin was 3-5. You got 3. Damn.
You got to learn how to work smart and not hard. That's what that is.
What's
Are you
your
looking at
spread
people
out time?
crazy?
Give me some of your ideas of your
You said
spread
what?
out. I gotta understand. So when you at 11 o'clock, you gotta make it to 4. How you make it to 4 if you done by 11? What you do?
I spend more time. I spend a lot. Here's the thing. I do everybody work in the office. People be wondering, how do she get done working so fast? Because here's the thing. If you know how to work something, you know how to work the system, you know how to work the system. Right? And you just do what you got to do. I don't have no errors. I don't have nobody talking to me. I don't have none of that, man. And people seek out me to help do their work. And then when I tell them, like, if you do it like this and this and this, you'll be done. See? This is the thing. I'm a borderline millennial. You see what I'm saying? You learn how to work smart and hard. You be cool every day. I ain't got no gray hairs no more since I moved downtown. That's all I want to tell y'all. But Ruthie, me and you all day.
Dang!
All day.
Yes.
Nobody wants to hire me? Y'all, okay.
You work too hard. You
All right, that's all right, because your business goes, that's all right. You remember that when it's sales time. I can't believe nobody want to hire me, man.
Maybe 1950.
Hey, you ever work with somebody and they want to do everything? You be like,
Come on, man, we got to do everything.
Bro.
We got more time. We can get what?
I used to shovel snow at CTA, and I'm talking about our socks used to be wet, and they used to be scared to take breaks. I'm like, bro, we're going to take a break. We just shoveled 4 hours of snow, and it's below zero. G, we're going in here. No, man, we got to do all this until we all done. Then we can take a break. Nah.
You that dude.
Huh?
You that dude.
Meanwhile, I'm looking at him talking about some, let's go out there. His back hunched over. He ready to pass out. And I'm stretching my back like, no, I'm good, bro. I don't want to look like that at 60.
And that same man go home, can't even pick up his children because he done broke his back shoveling some snow so the people can get robbed on the CTA. Like,
Yeah, that's why y'all business is going to be. I'm out here trying to tell y'all got the kids all confused. I thought I was supposed to work. No, I don't want you to hire.
No.
I don't want you to hire.
You have
Give us a call.
you have an entrepreneurial business mindset. Like we really strictly talking about working for like large corporations or like large organizations.
How you get to be the supervisor?
I just told you, Maze. Like if you want to be the supervisor, then you know
Did you see Ruthie punched out? She left up out of here. And Riis left at 5 o'clock on the dot.
I kid you not. I talked to this one girl, and she won Employee of the Month every month. She slept in the bathroom for hours. She slept in the offices when she cleaned them. But she would like go in the office, and she would clean the mess out of them, and she'll lock the door, and she'll take an hour nap. And when they come out, it'll be like boom, like it was done.
Immaculate.
So they think that she was doing the best job, but I know she was taking naps. So that's how you never know it. As long as you disguise it to your employer, man, they think that you're the best worker ever, you know?
Finessing.
Yeah, they think you're the best worker.
Who can
like,
finesse
oh
the best?
God. So now I'm trying to, yeah.
That's
so
who gonna make it. Who can finesse the best? Who can make
y'all.
the boss feel good?
You know how you make me feel good?
Do your job.
Do 8 hours of work, do the whole.
Let me look at your numbers. How much math do you equal?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, does your output equivalent to your input?
Depends on your job description from the beginning.
Oh, do you make me money?
If I show up and I punch in.
No, if you do your job. Tell I showed up. Pay me because I showed up.
Okay, disclaimer. Most of this is just for conversation's sake.
Look, because we are having
Somebody say, we finna have a stand meeting.
We having a meeting on Monday. I want y'all to write down every aspect of what you do.
Don't say other duties as a sign.
Other duties as a sign when I think of it.
He finna send webcams to us now.
Right. Look, I was just thinking I'm going to install a cam. I was thinking about that the other day. You see, I got the camera on my desk. I was like, I wonder what they be doing when I ain't here.
You know something I used to think was like a lick and a come up when companies provided you with a laptop and a cell phone. When I was younger, I thought that was a come up. I thought it was so progressive. And then I said, that's a trick of the devil.
That's
you know why? What you talking about?
That's immediate
Because you know why.
I don't.
So now I'm good on the company laptop. I'm good on the company phone.
Tracking.
I don't even want the company car.
Tell them to track.
I'm good.
You tripping. All right, y'all. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I want you to tell me someone good. You know, we always talk about telling me something good. But Ruthie, Riis, I was thinking that there's a lot of people, not y'all, workers. I can't be having y'all bad influences on the people. No wonder Swill be sitting down. I be like, Swill, what you doing? He's like, man.
Ain't nobody in here. When they come in there, that's when you stand up.
Yes.
That's when you stand up. When they come in. But you sitting there.
You can't be sitting down. You like, this is my thing. If that's the case, then the whole place should be immaculate. I should not be able to find a spot on the wall. I should not be able to see a...
I swear, he can't be behind the register. Look at the wall, do all that. You see what I mean? You see, I can only be behind the register.
He should come in early and knock it out.
But you know what though? Let me take it back to something that Devin said. He said, I'm using my brain. I ain't really trying to use my body. See, you, Maze, you are the type of man, like you know how to like use your hands and you use your physical like body to like get things done. Like that's where your work ethic and ideas come from. But you also too have the brain. So it's like you got a duality there. And that's what makes you so unique.
She trying to get out the staff.
No, I'm just
we still having this. I appreciate it, but staff means.
No, I'm just saying, like low key, like I feel like sometimes, like our parents, like they send you to college so that you don't gotta shovel the CT. You don't gotta be one of the people that shovel the snow at the CTA.
To
like,
be honest with you, not to cut you off, but the people that shovel the snow at the CTA make $27 an hour. And then
oh yeah, I'm not negating how much they make.
I used to be looking like, dang, imagine people that spend 4 years in college. People working at CTA probably make more money than people that spend 4 years.
I'm not negating none of that. I'm just saying there's a difference between physical labor and what would you call it when you just using your brain or whatever. I don't really know.
I can't watch people work. Like I can't watch physically, like we can't be here and everybody, like when you do the cleanup of stuff or whatever, but I can't, like we couldn't all be up in here and y'all was picking up stuff and moving and carrying and stuff. Mm-hmm. I would feel obligated to help, even if I was paying everybody. Now, what I've also recognized though is that is a downfall because my time should be used better, right? Like I feel guilty watching people work and not helping. Like there's no way I'm seeing somebody carrying boxes or doing something and I'm not helping. And so that physical part always kicks in when something ain't going the way I want to do it. I'll be like, I'll just do it myself. Right? If you ain't moving fast enough, right? Like if I say, okay, I want this to happen, like I got a problem with that with my son. Well, I'll be like, hey man, take the garbage out.
They ain't got no speed in them.
And I'll be like, could you act like,
Didn't Devin say again, what's the deadline?
Right now.
Get there. Like, you can mosey, but the people that mosey usually be the ones that's picking off the leftovers. Mosey on down that badass. See, but don't ask me for none of mine. If we can both get there at the same speed, everybody's like, why you always going so fast? Because there's more stuff to be done.
Because I want to get there first and then be like, y'all late. Y'all better come on. Y'all better catch up. I'm getting the good pieces.
Right. I'll get the good pieces. Or unless you say you go first. Because we know you're going to get there. But in the meantime, we're going to get everything else on the come up. Like, my thing is, people be like, hurry up and get there, and then be like, I want the same thing you got. No, nigga, I ran. I ran to this mud. I got asthma.
And you want to hold the spot for us?
No, hell no. Yeah, I will. But how much you got on it? If I'm going to run to the front of the line and go do all the stuff, then at least you got to pay me, or you buy my ticket. I do the work, but you got to pay for the ticket. It got to be a trade. It can't just be I do everything, and then you be like, ain't it payday? It's the Mace Jackson Show. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I want y'all to tell me someone good. Give us a call. I'm trying to see what... I don't know what kind of business... y'all gonna have a terrible human resources department.
What?
Y'all hiring Riis and Ruthie first.
You-
Before me, I said,
Okay, so this is
work, girl.
Maze. Listen. Let me put you on game. We don't need human resources departments. You need people departments. That's the difference. HR
You know
is
what?
changing.
Turn this man.
HR is changing. They are.
Do they hug you in the people department?
Maze. It's called the
Yeah, yoga and everything, huh?
Listen, y'all.
Before you do your job,
I'm trying to tell you.
Should I get you 10 crumpets?
The most progressive companies now don't have HR directors. They have directors of people.
Ruthie Moore, it is now time for your 11 o'clock massage.
Ruthie, is it okay if you do your job today? 3 hours worth. You know what? Y'all, I can't believe it. And then, y'all, I'm just telling y'all, people department's gonna be horrible.
No.
Y'all
Look, let me.
Y'all
Maze.
don't care about nothing.
Yes, they do, Maze. When you got happy employees, like people really will work and perform for you.
People will be.
Like I've had jobs where I have loved to go to work, like because it's fun. Like I know we gonna have fun. It's gonna be fun today. It's impactful. Like I'm making a difference. Like there are those types of jobs.
Right,
Like
I provide that for you every one in your flex days. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. I still wanted to get a happy hour drink, but yeah, I blew that. Ruthie, I really need a drink. I really need something better. I need my cousin because Ruthie done blew me. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBPM. It's official West Suburbs and Chicagoland area. The Naperville Soul Fest is back.
always changing up the narrative. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wildin' with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism.
You are tuned in to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore, in the building. And it is 5:45. Now I think everybody off. Everybody is off. I don't really want to go get in that traffic, though, Ruthie.
Ooh.
Yeah, you got to go get in the traffic.
I ain't even think about that. I might be taking Cottage.
See?
I just got to get through that little red light.
That's why when it's time for us to leave, I tend to wipe things down, make sure everything in this company is, nice and well.
Here you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop putting on airs, Riis.
I'm trying to elevate.
What are you, brown noser?
I'm sorry.
You old brownie. What are you trying to do?
Hey, but
trying to get in good with the boss. If you want to be successful, why you acting wide? Why you acting wide? I want to. What you mean you want to do better for your family?
Yes.
You want to do better for your family, so go ahead and kiss that white man butt.
No, Ruthie, it's not about kissing that white man's butt.
What you mean you want to not live? What you mean you don't want to live in poverty no more? You think you better than us?
No, I just want that great view behind you.
You want to make $35 an hour? Oh, so is it worth making $35 an hour to be around here having to be nice to that old?
Since you mentioned $35 an hour, is there a job application for in Maze Jack or Intelligence Group? Is that on Indeed that I can?
There would be, but I'll be scared to do it because y'all will be like, I got the job done in 3 hours.
Hey,
what's wrong with that, man?
If I'm paying 35, but you want me to pay you for 8?
Yes!
Oh, no.
Why is that such a foreign? You know what's crazy is, to me, what I'm saying seems like so logical and regular.
Of course it does.
And you sound so absurd.
I'm paying for 40 hours a week. And you telling me, so of my 40, you taking 7 that you just chunking away.
Oh my goodness.
Ruthie, you don't, so if you work full time.
I'm salary, right, or I'm hourly?
You salary. Yeah.
Wait.
The job is never done, Ruthie. After he gives you that job, then you tell him, hey, boss, I finished that job. Is there anything else that you would like for me to do?
No, can I understand? Do you understand? So in your space, you always got work to do. If you salaried here, you'd be like, what's my next?
That's here. You have a unique business.
But I'm saying in any job where you're paid full time.
No, May. Some jobs you go in and push them buttons that you need and you get to go.
If you punching that button and they got you, they won't you when you punching that button, you got the hamburgers coming around the corner. So it's until the 8 hours the machine don't stop. Now when burger at McDonald's, you work through the rush, right? When the rush die down, then guess what you got to do? Wipe everything down. Then you got to clean up, you got to sweep, you got to prep to be ready for the next rush. Ain't no, the rush is over.
What? Check this out. There are some restaurants.
Restaurant.
Did I say it right? I said kind of black.
You gotta say restaurant.
That if they close at 10, what they take the last order and they start if you sitting down eating, they'll come and start cleaning up your stuff early. But there are other restaurants that they don't bother you. They let you finish eating, finish doing whatever, and they'll just, you know.
So let me tell you what the difference is.
What's the difference?
The hourly people who are looking at the clock and don't see the long-term value, that's the ones. That's McDonald's. They be, because they 19, 20, 21 or of a different duration. So they don't care, right? But if you eating at Gibson's or you're eating at the Cut, they going to say finish your meal. You could be sitting there talking for another 30 minutes after the place closes, and they'll clean up around you. They won't touch your table. They'll refill you, get you whatever. Cause
what?
You gonna tip them, right? But if you treat me bogus, guess what? I'm not. So again, there's a reward for putting on the airs.
Oh no! Okay, so it is putting on the airs.
No, I'm in the service
you
industry.
just said it now.
I'm saying I'm being you.
You can't take it back.
I'm being facetious. I'm being you. To me, a waiter says, "Hey man," they look at that table and they know who they pushing out and who they staying. Now at McDonald's, they ain't gonna push you because you can't really tip them. But if you at a restaurant where there's tips and the store and the management and everybody understands that that's how you live, they gonna let you close. You just mean everybody else gotta stay?
You gonna put on airs. Hello, sir, may I cut your steak for you? So you can get them tips. You gonna put on airs so you can move on up.
That's service. That's what I paid in a restaurant for.
Cut my steak. That'll get you a tip. You talking about them doing that? Yeah, I guess it is putting on airs, but still.
It's not putting on airs. It's service.
It is service. But you know, sometimes people be.
This is why your kids. That's why they make it. Let me just tell you this.
What you got?
Do you know that the servers at Parlor make over $100,000?
I can believe it from tips, right?
Let me tell you what. They be like, screw that clock. They be like, I'm finna make this $100,000.
It's the money, but see, the thing about a job is, if you making like what you would deem to be a fair version or even a surplus from what you really need, now you saving money. Like, you're more inclined to be happy about spreading the napkin over the person's lap, like, because you getting paid fairly. But that most people they not getting compensated in a way for them to go above and beyond for these companies.
Ruthie, you only get that. Your tip is how nicely you put my napkin in my lap. If you're not guaranteed that money. You have to earn it. But I'm gonna give you your 15% or your 20%.
I agree, but I disagree a little bit, because sometimes people don't feel like tips are earned. Sometimes people feel like tips are just a part of regular service. So it depends on the person.
No, it really doesn't. I think
you make everybody earn a tip.
Yeah. No, I don't make everybody earn a tip.
I do. Yes. I'm gonna tell you yes. And there's been times where I've written on somebody's receipt for the tip, get another job. This is not your job. This is not your job.
Oh,
yes.
cool.
As you
but
come in.
I do feel like so there's ranges of tips. So I'm gonna hit you with if I'm not feeling you, I'll give you 15. If I'm feeling you, I might give you 25. Or depending on how good it is, 40. Or if I'm really feeling good, be like, here go half. Here go 50. But it all depends on if you make me feel that way. Go to the callers. Callers, who are you hiring? Are you gonna tell me somebody good? Because I don't know what I'm doing at this point. But I know Ruthie, we got a staff meeting on Monday. That's what I know. And Riis and Ruthie are gonna be right in front. What's up, caller?
Good afternoon, May, Ruthie, and Riis. It's Cassandra. How are you guys?
Hey, Cassandra. Cassandra, you trying to get on the exec board, ain't you? You trying to get
I
on the
am.
phone club
I'm
exec
trying to.
board.
Yes, I am. I'm positioning myself.
That's that hard work. You see, I'm positioning myself, hard work.
Maybe we make her the treasurer. We're going to have to take a nomination. Next call. Next time you call in, we're going to nominate you for treasurer. All right, how you feeling, sis? What's going on?
I'm feeling absolutely exceptional. So I understand what Ruthie and Riis are saying, but I also understand what you're saying, mate.
Who you hiring?
When I was growing up.
You going to hire me, Cassandra? Well, you hiring these people?
I'm gonna have to hire you, mate. I'm gonna have to hire you, definitely. So, I think we're looking at this all wrong, right? And I think that work ethic starts at home, and you see parents or you see your siblings that's older, whatever, you see their work ethic, and then you fall somewhere in the middle, right? So when I started my corporate career back in the 80s, I saw my mom, how hard she worked, right, and her work ethic. She never took off for being sick, ever. She had to take 2 buses and a train to get to Skokie from Roseland to get to work, and she would leave home at 4 in the morning and wouldn't miss a beat. So I saw that. But I also saw her working for a private company. I don't know if you guys remember Lava Lamp. My mom was a piece mill, Lava Lamp. She worked for them, Haggerty. And so they got bought out. So all the years my mom put in for pension and everything dissipated, right? Because the company went belly up or whatever. So all of that went away, and the new company came in and kind of gave her pennies on a dollar. So I knew right then and there that I was not going to work harder. I was going to work smarter, but I was also not going to give my work equity to a company just free willy-nilly, right? They had to give me something. What I took from them was knowledge. And the knowledge that I took from them, I parlayed that to the next company that's going to pay me more. I'm not waiting on a pension. My mom used to say, why are you jumping from company to company? Because they paying me more immediately. I'm not waiting for that to happen to me, what happened to you, right? So we are expendable. So if it came between profit margin and the worker lose every single time. I got that. Fast forward to my children who are millennials, who there's a whole new chapter in the human resource book that needs to be written to deal with them. Now the companies have to beg them to come to us. They come in telling you what they ain't going to do. I ain't working after 4. I ain't working on... Matter of fact, I'm going on vacation as soon as I start. This is what I see. And they come in and they getting the $100,000. I'm like, what? How are you saying all of that and still getting that type of money? So I understand. So it's a case by case, and you just have to learn your craft, like you said, Maze. You went in and you really learned the job. So that always, they can never take that away from you. You can take it somewhere else and you can make some money. But I understand. It's case by case. That's all I can say.
Thank you, Cassandra.
She said it's case by case. So depending on the case, she might hire me.
No, she won't.
She might.
If she wanna be closed at 11, y'all need 3-hour days. Give us a call 722-597-7474. Tell me somebody good, or tell me at least you'll hire me, not Riis and Ruthie. Caller, what you got for us? It's the Maze Jackson Show. Caller.
Well, Maze, I think Cassandra gave you a sympathy vote.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus, I can't believe. Am I crazy?
I would have to hire. I would have to hire Ruthie Mo for show.
What? You as their boss.
And I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
Maze, you got to come into 2022.
Come on.
Everybody knows that human resources is for the company.
Come on.
It's not for the employee. If you don't know, you call human resources, they jotting down every.
She breaking up.
Your problem is
she going in and out.
You breaking up. Move around just a little bit.
because it's for the company.
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, she there. Repeat that. You going in and out. We couldn't hear you.
We didn't hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Human resources is for the company. It's not for the people. Then, one of the things that you mentioned before is that you want to hire good people, right?
Yep.
I think it's storming out here. I think that's what's going on with my phone. It's storming. You want to hire good people, right?
Yes.
So you have to set a good work environment for those good people that you want to hire.
I mean, what do I have to do to make a good
You
work
almost, I have to switch from 2 weeks to 24 days. Use them whenever you want to use them.
24 days?
So, 24 days. You have to.
10 and run around.
listen, you have to take all of the holidays, right? And say, okay, so here are your holidays, your federal holidays. Then you have to add on to that. That's just the basis so that you can offer that to your employees. And then Ruthie is right, Maze. If every time you go into work, yeah, every time you go into work, you have to say to yourself, what am I learning from this job that is for me? You work for you. Ruthie worked for Ruthie, and Riis worked for Riis, and fill in the blank work for fill in the blank. What am I learning from this job that I'm going to take to another job? And I'm going to tell you what else they do. They don't ever have one job. They don't ever depend on their 401k. They don't ever punch a clock. They are always going to do some consulting on the side. They're going to be on a board. You know, you can make $100,000 being on a board, going to a board meeting once a quarter, doing 4 hours of prep and get paid $25,000 a quarter. So you have to have multiple jobs, multiple streams of income, and every job you work, you working for yourself. You know who this is, Maze, because I'm going to make some lamb chops. All right.
Hey, style, you ain't making no lamb chops. You ain't going to make nothing better than me. This the Maze Jackson show. I don't know what you thought this was. Talk about you going to hire Ruthie over me. That's how I know my lamb chops, because you crazy. You crazy. Talk about you about to hire Riis and Ruthie.
She want a good work environment.
Well,
that's important.
It's based on y'all to be at home. 3 hours, y'all go at 11. Y'all get to work at 11.
What's wrong with that?
9:07. 9:07 and be home by 12. And then be trying to leave on time.
Yeah, I'm leaving on time.
I quit.
Except when I work at the Maze Jackson show, because this show is over at 6, but I'm here every day.
Ooh, there he go.
Every day
See,
after
look,
6.
see how you do. Well, you put it right on this timesheet.
Huh?
You put it right on this timesheet.
Well, I don't want to, I just put if anything happen,
Like, I would be looking at one day, like, if he was all 6s, see if it was all 6 o'clock, straight zeros.
Would you pay me
then
the
let
7?
me take. Let me tell you. Okay. But here's the thing: the days that I have paid you extra, you never noticed.
I never really look at my check.
Exactly, so it don't make you no difference.
Right, and usually you be like, Riis, send me your hours. I'll be like, okay, like,
Yeah, but you send me your hours, and then I'd be like, oh, I'll round it up. I throw a little something on there.
But
I said, you know what? When he ain't say thank you, guess what I said? I ain't rounded up no more.
Listen,
I feel like he didn't say, oh my God, Maze, I appreciate you so much because you gave me.
Okay, so
I didn't even notice.
So basically, you needed him to give you a trophy.
I needed a participation trophy.
I appreciate that. I'm trying to tell you, I never really pay attention.
Have you ever worked at a job that had like a really nice perk that you can think of?
Yep.
Like, what was the perk?
The job, really. Like when I worked. No, I'm saying like when I worked at V103. The perk was being access to all the concerts.
Yeah, that
when
was
I worked as a when I worked as a lobbyist, my access was I got Springfield, I got all the knowledge. When I worked at Coca-Cola, I had the perk of sponsoring everything, so I could go to everything, and I was like the man in town, even though I was only making $28,000 a year. But every job, no job ever paid me what I was worth, but the work that I got out of it. Like when I worked at MZD, when I was doing Coke, they paid me $28,500 a year. I made Coca-Cola $60 million that year, and I was making 20. You laughing, right? And everybody, but check it out. You laugh, but I translated that after doing that. Like if I would have half-assed it, because I was like, I'm only getting 28,000, then I would have never created the program that signed Common, that signed Mike Love and the Diz, that then got McDonald's to give me the $1 million deal. So if I was treating the job as a $28,000 a year job, in the moment that they put out that they made $60 million off this program that I created, and I'm making $28,000, if I get pissed, guess what? I start roll up, I take my tent, and I never do the Coke thing. I never do the Sprite thing. And then McDonald's never calls and says, okay, your work, we see your billboards, we see your work, we see your product, we'll pay you for it. Somebody's got to give you the platform to put your stuff on Showcase so that somebody can know you. And so a lot of times you just got to look at those people as those tools to get you sharpen your sword. Anybody else on that line? All right, man, this has been good. Ruthie done made me mad, but I'm okay. Because I think, man, this...
Maze, you know we agree more than we disagree.
I know, but these poor kids out here, if they think like this, I got to listen to Kendrick again so I could like y'all again.
These kids ain't ready to work, man. They'll quit on you. They'll come in.
Y'all ain't ready to work.
They ain't gonna get you.
Y'all said y'all want 3 out of 8.
No, I never said that. I never said that. The only thing that I said was I had a job that you had a 7-minute grace period. That's all that I said.
You took it.
But you know me, man. I'm like a Jamaican. I work as many jobs as you want me to work, man. You give me a job, I go to work and I work any hours.
Everything.
I work everything.
Everything.
I used to leave. Why do you leave this job door on my happy and go and do another one? After that one, I go and do another one.
Another one.
Another
brethren.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. This has been the Maze Jackson Show.
And nobody care if y'all gonna hire Maze in the comments. Y'all ain't call in, so it don't count. Beulah, Tennille, Suzanne Sugarbaker, Cassandra Mack.
Suzanne played me already, so she can't even come back. And I was supposed to be wearing a Suzanne Sugarbaker shirt today. But you know, when Ness say he coming, I be like, I believe it when I see it. Yeah. Yeah, on phone them great. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. First week, Ruthie, 3 to 6. I think people still trying to find us. They don't know where to get us. Next week, we're going to try and find our church folks and get everything cracking. But I'm going to tell y'all, it's been a great show. I had a good time. Shout out to Aunt Tennille down in New Orleans.
She coming to the staff meeting because she said she was going to come.
She probably flying back to be at the staff meeting.
Can I see the agenda beforehand?
Nah, you ain't going to even get to do it this time. We just going to, because you going to be on it. What's these 2 blanks right here?
Maze, you are so funny. And I love these business conversations. I know we be having them from a lighthearted perspective, but I really do get so much.
Now.
I get so much wisdom.
Breakdown.
We get so much wisdom out of these conversations, like you have no idea. And you are such a good teacher because you've done it.
Look, and that's probably what it is. Like, really, it really be hard for us to really listen to a lot of people. Be like, bro, we hear you. You telling me to work hard, but I'm watching you build. I'm watching you do. You live and build a build, and it's good. Like, it's good to see like somebody actually work hard. I'm like, you know what? Maybe you do gotta work hard.
Maybe you do know what he's talking about.
Let me tell y'all. Look, they trying to get off the agenda now.
No,
I was never on the agenda. I only said
both of y'all, damn millennials.
Because I got hired one. Never looked at you today. I never said.
What you hit me for?
What you like in your coffee?
Success.
How you like your coffee?
Right. I said success and hard work.
Nah, that's putting on airs. Don't be coming in putting on no airs. You bring some coffee for the. Oh, nah. And then what, you gonna put some cream and shit? You don't give it to me how I like. Oh, what you acting white now?
You know what, bring him 2 because he goes through one quickly. That way you have another one back
don't
up.
Be acting white. No.
Neil coming, I'm gonna send you her favorite bag of chips she like. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we all good, okay?
Y'all, that is so white. Y'all, look at y'all. Look at you getting some coffee for somebody. Don't kill me.
Hey, what man of president say like, can you log in before you get your coffee?
Right. No, but that'd be crazy. People come to work, punch in, and then leave.
I ain't gonna
punch in, leave.
I ain't gonna lie. I probably every job I worked at I had, everybody did that. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. People literally came in.
Y'all all would come back. Y'all would have been mad at me.
No, not
because y'all would have been like, that Juan took my job.
It's like
I'm like, that Juan, come here.
It's like a cafeteria, like, right? Like, people will go and you get to make coffee.
That Juan.
And nobody will say nothing.
I'm gonna tell you. I mean, Juan.
Hey, that's so funny. We do that though.
Yeah, I'm just telling y'all. Y'all gonna come to work and then check it. Somebody in the chat in his real name said, I check in every day and then go out to breakfast.
Hey,
come on, dog.
My girl used to do that too. It's like she used to log in and go across the street and order some food and come back. She's
Don't
like,
you
I get 10
need nourishment
minutes.
to get through the workday? Like,
Right.
come on,
She's
man.
like, I get 10 minutes
Did y'all not eat before y'all went at the door?
Are you serious? No, you eat on company time. You use the bathroom on company time.
Yeah, for sure that. Look at me.
Wait, the real bathroom?
The real bathroom. He said,
I gotta go. It's boss make $1, I make $0.10. That's why I poop on company time.
Hey, that is. I'm always right here. I never use the bathroom anyways. I'm always right here, man. You see me? I'm here.
We know the days when we got the extended remix. Like, it be like, where was this at? You be like, I open the door and see ain't no key up there.
That extended Remy mix on up.
Yeah. You hear the long version or it's 4 songs. We be like, Riis,
I play the little intro, I let it go a little bit long.
I just be like, it got to be emergency.
But you know what? I come in and you know what?
That bathroom too big. It's too much open space to be sitting up in there. You be like, anybody can get up in here. All right, y'all. We gonna run out of time because we ain't got no juice. We made it though, Riis. If we would not have put that on the last minutes, we would have been done. So look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. And I can't believe, I don't know what y'all work for is gonna look like. My poor children. I'm about to outsource.
It's gonna be robots. I'm gonna be able to put my face in a robot and send my robot to work.
How much I gotta pay your robot? Same as you? I'm paying your robot in oil.
You gotta pay both of us.
I enjoy the company that I work for. I'm hoping that it goes from one Maison to another Maison, and I just have an amazing time with this company.
Generational longevity.
Yes, I just want to.
Can I throw a shot real quick before we go?
Yeah.
At my neighbor Henry Hartsfield, don't be talking about them dandelions that done grew up. I got the grass cutting man coming again this week. So don't do that. Don't do that, Henry.
And Henry, if you was a real man,
you would have went
over there and cut it for him.
And Henry, I ain't gonna say nothing about you always blowing your leaves in the street because I thought that was against the city ordinance.
Oh.
Who said
Dry
that?
snitch. Dry snitch. Don't forget also, we got the Black People First meeting tomorrow. So if you are around, please make sure we're gonna be at 10 o'clock. We need y'all to be ready to hit the streets. We got things to be doing tomorrow. We're gonna be everywhere. So see y'all at 10 o'clock. Look. For Maze, Riis, and Ruthie, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show. Every day, Monday through Friday now, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. We did it a whole week, y'all. Back to the blazers and jackets. I called Ruthie to say, no blazer today. She was like, yes. I was like, you got to put your same, and I like, you can't put it in the dryer.
Yes, you can.
You cannot put a St. John in the dryer.
Just on low.
No.
I'm going to have to call the president.
You better call the president. All right, y'all. Don't tell her you did it though, cause she ain't. Your shipments will be light.
I gotta ask.
You put it in the washing machine too?
No.
I was about to say
no.
I put it on tumble.
I put it on low heat tumble. What you mean?
I put it on no heat, just air dry. I put it on air dry.
I put it on wrinkle
free. We're doomed.
It's on wrinkle free.
We're doomed.
Hey, wrinkle free. Hey, listen, when I found out my dryer can do that, it was like the game changer. You mean I can hop in the shower, throw my clothes in there, hit wrinkle free, put them on and stretch out the rest of the wrinkles? Oh, man, we good to go,
you
man.
Already know.
We good to go.
Smarter, not harder.
We good to go.
So y'all put the gas on in the dryer.
Yeah.
Instead of just turning on the ironing.
I gotta do that.
Smarter, not harder, Maze. That little gas ain't nothing.
I'm doing it. I'm in the shower already. So as I'm in the shower, I get out, I get dressed. I can just take my clothes out the dryer. Then imagine if it's the wintertime.
Your mental health is important.
Riis, that's back to the old days when you put the air conditioner under. Yeah. That's them old days for survival tricks.
I got my girl doing it like crazy. Now I told y'all.
You've been trained up good.
All right, y'all. I promise we're going to get up out of here. Look, it's Maze, Riis, and Ruthie. Catch us next week, Monday through Friday, same bad time, same bad channel, 3 p.m., 6 p.m., Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And until then, hey, shout out to my man Ben, man. Ben, you kicking it this weekend, dog? You know what I'm saying? Ben and Josh, I know they doing their thing. I'm going to have y'all, and for my young people, I need y'all to come see me tomorrow. I got a mission for y'all. All right, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back tomorrow, Monday. Same time, 3 to 6. And if you don't like it, still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots and that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, and entertaining crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertaining crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give both